Hello, everyone. This is Andres Restart. I am joined by my good friend Attack the Backlog. What's up, man?
How's it going, my friend? Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to
Yeah,
be here. I was just thinking, it was so weird to hear you do the intro and be here with you. I'm so used to watching your videos. But also, yeah, thanks so much, dude. I'm very happy to be here.
yeah, man. So apologies to everyone who is here, pre-stream setup. I planned on doing a show tonight, but I was gonna try a different format, and then I got Attack the Backlog on here, and I had literally invited him an hour and a half ago, and so it was all just super short notice. And then when I got him on here, I realized that the setup I had was gonna be not very good. So I was like, let me just go back to what I have, even though I kind of want to move on from it. But it might just be better, at least for now. I'll tinker with some things, but yeah, I do feel like there's still a camera issue, which is bothering me. I'm not sure what I can do about that right now. Anyways, though, hopefully you can hear us. Hopefully you can see us. Hopefully the quality's okay enough. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Nintendo tonight. A lot of Nintendo tonight. Mostly focused on the Nintendo Direct that may or may not happen.
Oh my
Hasn't been
God.
officially announced yet. Some people refuse to believe that it will ever happen, and other people are like, "Well, maybe it's about time." But so people keep saying it. People keep hearing things. Attack the Backlog's heard some things. You've heard me talk about it on the channel a few times.
Matt, if it doesn't happen, I'm moving to Miami.
Hey,
I'm moving somewhere.
we could do a show here live, and maybe we'll have a better camera setup, and it'll be pretty nice. Yeah. Actually, by the way, because this show was set up last minute, let me make sure I get something right here. So I'm putting Attack the Backlog's channel in the description now. It should have been there earlier, but everything was set up last minute. So yeah. His channel is right there. He covers Nintendo as well, so make sure to check him out. His channel will be linked in the description below, right? Starting now. Okay, cool. So, here we are.
Here we go.
This is it.
The night before. The calm before the storm. Oh my God. If there is a storm. If there is a storm. All right. Before we do anything else, let's just go into the chat. Let's chat with the chat a little bit, see how things are going, and then we'll really get into the swing of things here. So got a new member, ZetaCod3. Welcome to the YouTube members, the Andres Restart Legends. Glad to have you on board. So I'm just looking through the chat here. All right, here I am. I'm found. Tyler J. Wolf adds me. I bet we will see Nintendo Switch 2 Edition for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in the upcoming General Nintendo Direct this Thursday. So, I have been thinking that we are going to get a Switch 2 edition of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and all of a sudden, that's the solution. We've had this question for years, how are they going to follow Smash Brothers? Because they may not want to follow it up immediately, but doing a Smash Bros. Deluxe doesn't sound quite right. And so now we know about the Switch 2 edition, and all of a sudden, this might be the appropriate avenue for Nintendo to continue Smash Brothers and give themselves a little bit more time before the next new Smash Brothers is ready. Because we know that Sakurai right now is working on Kirby Air Riders. Exactly.
Now, can he work at more than one thing at once? He can, but we know how Sakurai tends to operate. He's very hands-on, very focused. So I think we're probably not going to see a brand new Smash Brothers anytime soon. But Smash Ultimate's such a good game as is, right?
Yeah.
So what can you do?
It's like the Deluxe. It's like Mario Kart Deluxe, isn't it? I mean, obviously they did something completely brand new, but it's with Deluxe, it was so complete. They had 96 tracks, 1 million characters. Same with Smash. You got every character you could want, every map is full of options of music. You couldn't, I almost wonder
you're right. Like what they could do with it other than bring out a Switch 2 editions, you know, special dock, that kind of stuff. Because I think you're right. I don't think we're going to see it for a long time. I don't even know when it gets even teased. Even that, I think it's like years away. Because you're right, Sakurai is meticulous, and you know when he works on something, it's years. Like he doesn't finish a project for years. But you're right, like it's such a perfect game that you know you'd want it kind of sooner than later, at least to like tide us over. So yeah, I can imagine we see like a Switch 2 edition for sure. I mean, there's going to be a lot of Switch 2 editions of many games. I think I heard a lot about Mario Wonder getting the Switch 2 edition. Obviously, we Pikmin 4. I'm kind of surprised there wasn't a Switch, a Donkey Kong special like dock, like Switch 2 edition, like a yellow dock, you know, like a yellow,
Bonanza?
yellow
Yeah.
Joy-Cons and stuff like that.
They could always announce one later.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just the Switch 2 just came out, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think there's really room for any special editions yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
But it feels, you know what's great? It feels as though the Switch, you're right, it's only been 2 months, and for everything that's gone on around it, like especially the negative stuff, I feel like it's gone through so much. I feel like it's been out for like 9 months or something, because even before it came out with like the price, the Mario Kart price, the stuff that came out, the negativity of the screen, like there was always stuff happening, and you know, but then the positive, you know, we had Mario Kart and everything that went on with Cyberpunk and Donkey Kong now, and like there's been so much that's happened in just 2 months that I'm almost exhausted from it. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, no, like, you know, very excited. I think, you know, this with this direct, I'm very hopeful about what we're gonna see, both third party and Nintendo wise. But we'll see.
Yeah. I'm just kind of thinking more about like that yellow.
Like it's such. Did you see that guy, the guy who painted his cartridge yellow and then got it stuck in the Switch? Oh man, I think he spray painted it. He's like all over TikTok now because he couldn't believe Nintendo didn't release it, so he took it upon himself to. I'm sure some people in the chat have seen it, but he spray painted the cartridge. So he took the cartridge apart and then covered it with tape, spray painted it. I think it was just a cartridge, and it looked like a terrible job anyways. Like it was so messy. But then he put it in, and I'm pretty sure it got stuck in the Switch now.
Wow. So I'll tell you what, if there's another 3D Donkey Kong sequel, right? Like if it's a sequel to Bonanza during the Switch 2 era, I bet you that's when we get the yellow cartridge, and that's when we get the special Donkey Kong edition. Because at that point, we presumably, right, like Donkey Kong will have established itself as like a big hitter, right? They can be like, all right, well, let's promote this, let's do its thing. Because I think of it kind of like this. What launched with Switch 1, Breath of the Wild, right? There was no special edition Breath of the Wild at launch. However, there was a Tears of the Kingdom OLED, right? They did all the special stuff for that. So, and that was a sequel. So I can kind of see later down the road, once they need to start thinking about different ways to get people to buy the console, hey, let's put out a special edition Switch 2, yellow cartridge Bonanza. I think they could do that.
Like
right now, it's just kind of like if their second big game was a yellow cartridge, that would kind of I don't think it's good messaging, because it's the second big game, right? Like, right, the standard color is red, so to stray away from that right from the get-go seems unlikely. Later, I think so.
I agree, but I think you're right as well. I think like it's been so hyped, and I think it's going to continue to sell because of all the talks around it and Game of the Year potential and stuff like that. And if if we see Donkey Kong in the Mario movie, if Donkey Kong gets his own movie, he's got the Donkey Kong ride at Nintendo World. So it's good that they've put such a focus on Donkey Kong again. And I do think, because it's just like Mario, Donkey Kong does get a lot of cool original games. Like we've seen in the past, we got Jungle Beat. What's the Donkey Kong Konga game as well? So I would love it if they actually kind of get a bit more adventurous and maybe start doing some other types of Donkey Kong games as well. I think it was a while ago I spoke to, I'm pretty sure it was Nashville, was telling me about a cancelled Donkey Kong game that you heard about that was meant to be like some kind of rhythm game that was being made by an indie developer. So it's good about it, because I mean Donkey Kong is one of my favorite franchises, probably my favorite game of all time is Donkey Kong Country. So I'm loving like all this new kind of love for it, and all that, you know. And plus, I think it's nice to wait a while for a mainline Mario game. Like I didn't mind waiting a little longer for it. I don't think we have to wait much longer for some kind of Mario game if you believe the Galaxy rumors. But yeah, no, it's nice.
Yeah. Right now I'm trying to fix this red flickering. It's bothering me. Is it flickering? It's still flickering, still there, and now it looks super bright. It's like way worse.
Like some awesome like 80s pop video.
It's so bad.
It's so cool.
Well, it's so
I
bad.
just thought in the background, like the back wall kind of looks like the background from the Super Mario World Super Nintendo games.
Yeah,
I feel
like a blacker version of it.
yeah, I was gonna say like a Tim Burton version of Mario World.
So I feel like it's still bad, but it's not as bad. At this, it feels too bright now, though. I don't know. I'm gonna check with the chat. Chat, is this flickering annoying? It's bothering me, but it's in my head.
They're gonna be like, bring the brightness back, bring the flicker back.
Is it just me? Like, is it really not that noticeable? I don't know. Let me know.
You're probably looking at it on a bigger screen, right, as well, because you're looking at it on your PC.
That
right?
is a good point. Yeah.
Maybe that's not noticeable on when people watching on their phones.
Maybe.
It's funny, like I was editing or looking at some of like my analytics from some of my videos, and sometimes, you know, I don't bother that much with some details, thinking people watch on their phones. And I saw some statistic where something like 20% of people watching my videos on their TVs. I think, oh my God, like sometimes my camera is so out of focus or pixelated, I don't even think about it. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think about that too. Yeah. Anyway, let me know if it's a problem and I'll try and, I don't know, just wear a blanket over my face or something. But yeah. I see we got a super chat here, actually. Let's get to that. The Ultimate Despair Bear, thank you for the super chat. It's Prime 4 time. Let's get hyped. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4, it's a given. This game, I mean, I personally think this is probably gonna be, if not the most important game in the show, second most important game. I mean, all right, maybe you could like jostle me down to third, but if this game is somehow the third most important game, like what are the other two things? Like, it's not Pokemon. Pokemon's not going to get a big focus in this direct, right? Like, even though Pokemon's probably going to be the biggest seller that comes out in the second half of this year, probably. Pokemon, they're not going to really talk about it too much in this. They might talk about it. There might be another trailer, but it tends to be Pokemon stuff, the mainline Pokemon stuff, right? Like things made by Game Freak. These things tend to, if they have a focus, it's a very minimal one. So I don't think this direct is going to focus too much on Pokemon, although it may have a little bit more of a focus than some people are expecting. Prime 4, I think, is going to have a little bit more focus than Pokemon for sure, right?
Yeah.
Now, I do leave the door open for something else to maybe take the total spotlight over Prime 4, because I do feel like Nintendo probably has something else planned that might be another big hitter for the second. We'll get to that a little bit later to the video, right? That's kind of it's a big part of tonight's show, right? The wild card announcements, like what's like that one left field thing that seems like plausible that they could just slot in that fits into this year, and so we're gonna get to that. But yes, Prime 4, this is our time. Prime 4, we're finally gonna get the release date. We're finally going to see them start to truly show us this game. And I've tried to make this point a lot lately. Like, I don't know if you've realized it, but what we've seen of Prime 4, arguably less than what we saw than what we saw of Bonanza in its very first trailer. Like, technically, time-wise, no, right?
Yeah.
But in the first trailer of Bonanza, they showed us like several areas, clips of several areas. We've only seen the opening section of Prime 4 and the very beginning moments of Viros, right? So basically, the equivalent of layers 1 and 2, Ingot Isle and the Lagoon layer. Like, that's the equivalent of what we've seen. We've just been able to explore a little bit more of it from what we have seen. So I'm just saying, like, there's still a lot that they haven't told us about Prime 4.
Yeah, but I kind of don't want them to anymore now. Like it's so well, I say it's so close. We don't know the date yet, but it feels like it's really close. We know it's been rated, and so now it's like I've seen enough now. Like almost it's been such a long wait. It's been almost a decade. We've had to wait so long to see anything of the game, and we got like a decent trailer. Last time around, and it did look awesome. I maybe would like to see it a little bit more and maybe have a little comparison video of what it's like on the Switch 1 versus Switch 2, maybe just to highlight the differences. But I almost don't want to see anything else now, like because I assume it's going to have its own direct, right? So that's why I think we will see more. I think they have to date it for sure. But I think we'll get it. I think it will get its own direct further down the line.
I like that.
I don't know, maybe September or. Yeah, they have to. Surely they have to kind of give it the same Donkey Kong treatment, and I think that's when they'll show.
Argument. Yeah, because it's interesting, right? Because you look at 2017. In 2017, Nintendo had an increased amount of game-specific directs. Why might that be? Perhaps because they were launching their console, pushing out a lot of different games. There was a Splatoon direct, right? Like there was technically it was a Fire Emblem direct, although it wasn't for a Switch title, but still, like they had multiple game-specific directs. I think there was there a Xenoblade direct? I think let me
yeah, no, there was
a Xenoblade 2. I know there was a Xenoblade 3 direct, but was there a Xenoblade 2 direct?
I'm pretty certain there was a.
I know there were 5 game specific directs in 2017. I'm just trying to remember which ones they were.
There was definitely
probably I feel like Xenoblade has to be one of them.
Yeah.
You would think.
Did ARMS get one?
Yes. Yeah. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Splatoon 2, and ARMS all had game-specific directs. There was also a Fire Emblem direct in January and an Animal Crossing mobile direct on top of all the general presentations, an E3 presentation and the January presentation. Like 2017 had a lot of direct stuff, right? And so you look at this year, we've already gotten a Mario Kart World Direct. We've already gotten a Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct. I think Metroid Prime 4, like that game deserves a direct.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like you have to think like how long it's been in development for, like what it's cost Nintendo to fund that game, what rides on it. Like I would be heartbroken if it sells the usual 2 to 3 million. Like I'll cry. Like it can't. Which is kind of why I know a lot of people want it to come out as soon as possible and maybe looking at September. I was one of those that almost wish Nintendo held back the Switch 2 just so it could be a launch title, because I think it would have been an awesome launch game. But as that isn't the case, I kind of want it to be the Christmas game. I don't think it will be. I think it'll be out before, but I would like it to have that kind of focus on it, and have all the hype of the holiday game and kind of just get everything pushed behind it. I think it just deserves that, but I don't think it will be. I think it will be maybe, I don't know, September, October, I don't know. But
let's ask the chat.
Oh yeah.
Chat. First, if you guys could let me know if everything is looking and sounding okay, I would appreciate that. But I'll put a poll here. When is Prime 4 coming out?
Someone's like gonna say 2026 for sure.
Well, I can only put 4 options. So September. I'm gonna specify 2025.
Has to be.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yes. The answer is yes. Those who are like saying the game's gonna get the game's been rated in at least 2 regions.
Exactly.
And if the game was gonna get delayed, they probably would have told us that already.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
When Tears of the Kingdom was delayed, initially it was supposed to come out 2024, right? No, I'm sorry, 2022, right? I was thinking. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom had a 2022 release date, and it was delayed to 2023, but they announced that delay early in the year, right? We're at the end of July.
Yeah.
We're entering the 8th month of the year. They've been telling us Prime 4 is going to come out in 2025 since June of last year. Repeatedly, Prime 4 has been a big part of Switch 2 marketing in multiple places. It's been rated in more than one region. It's not getting delayed. They would have told us that already.
No way. There's nothing they could even do to make us feel better. Like I was thinking, maybe they say, look, we've got to delay it, so here have Metroid Prime 2 and 3 shadow dropped. But even that, would leave a sour taste in people's mouths. No, there's no way it's getting past.
Part of me wanted to put the 4th option. It's canceled, but that's but I'm gonna put December, right? So we're talking about September, October, November, December. Like this is I mean, it's pretty much what it's not coming out in August.
Yeah, but then here's the question: if it's not the holiday game, then like what is? It's got to be something we don't know about. I know some people say Pokemon, but it's got to be something we don't know about. Whether it's
I want to say this. I think a lot of people put too much stock into the one game per month rule. Like, yes, it does seem like Nintendo kind of adheres to that, but I think we get too stuck on that.
Yeah.
Especially because during the holidays, Nintendo tends to ramp things up a little bit. I mean, the fact of the matter is Nintendo's actually been doing more than one game per month if you account for the Switch 2 editions, right? June had Mario Kart and Breath and Tears Switch 2 edition and Welcome Tour, right? July has Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 edition. August is getting Dragon Drive and Kirby the Forgotten Land plus Star Cross World Switch 2 edition. September, we don't know. October, Pokemon Legends ZA Switch 2 edition. I don't think we should assume it's only going to be Pokemon in October. There have been multiple years during Switch where Nintendo put out 3 to 4 published titles between October and November. Just saying. The Metroid Prime Metroid Prime 1 through 3 visual retrospective art book was delayed to late October.
Yeah.
So, could we be seeing perhaps Metroid Prime 2 and 3 come out late October? Prime 4 is a November release, or is Prime 4 like a surprise Halloween game, like October 30th? Because Legends ZA actually comes out. Legends ZA comes out actually 2 weeks before Halloween, or the Thursday before Halloween, right?
Yeah.
So Nintendo still has that Halloween game spot open. They could do Metroid Prime 4 would be a good fit. Luigi's Mansion 4 also a good fit. So. And we'll get to that, right? I told myself I want to kind of get to the chat first, say hello to everyone. We keep getting stuck on like one question at a time, right? But that's fine. It's fine. I think we're having good discussion. But I got this other super chat here from Scuba Maddox D. Thank you for the super chat. Metroid Prime 4 needs a September release. It's been stuck in development hell for 8 years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it development hell, not all of it, because I think the development's actually been good for a lot of it, but at least the beginning of it probably was hell because Nintendo started to restart the project, right? So I think that's valid. I just wouldn't say the entire cycle has been hell. I think it's been just work. I mean, listen, we learned that Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza in development throughout the entire Switch era. And actually, what's interesting about that, now that we know that both Mario Kart and Bonanza were in the works throughout the entire Switch era, and I remember making videos about Donkey Kong, like, why is Donkey Kong taking so long?
I remember,
Mario Kart. Now we know. They were working on it the entire time. That's what it was. Now I'm sure like they kind of like divvied up resources, right? Like I'm sure it wasn't just that. Like they didn't take straight 8 years, all hands on deck on one project. I'm sure they kind of, mixed and matched a little bit between their resources. But then we look at another scenario with Monolith Soft. They've been hiring for this new IP project throughout the entire Switch era. They finally stopped putting up that hiring post last year. And so I think because it took so long, people just kind of assumed it wasn't going to happen. But now that we have the precedent set by both Mario Kart and Bonanza, that Nintendo was just working on multiple big ambitious Switch projects for the entire era, that's probably what's been going down with Monolith Soft's project as well. Like they never said it was canceled. They were still hiring for that new IP the entire time until just last year. And it's part of the codename leaks as well, right? Which have all been correct from Midori. So I don't doubt that one. So if that's 3, and well, I guess Prime 4 is 4 because they told us they were working on it since 2017. Now they have to restart it. But I'm just saying, like we're seeing multiple games, 2 of which have come out and are actually great games. Like you may have some, I'm sure some people may find some issues with Mario Kart, some issues with Bonanza, but there's no denying that they are top tier, high quality games, right? So, I don't think we should just look at the length of development and say, oh, that means the game has been through hell, right? Like, there's other factors.
Yeah, there's loads of factors. Yeah, I mean, with Monolith as well, the fact that how many games they help out on as well, right? They help out on the Zeldas, on the Mario Kart,
Zelda.
Yeah, on every it seems like any game Nintendo has, they like bringing over some folk from Monolith. So, and same with Retro as well. Retro helped out on a bunch of games, and Retro was similar. They were hiring new talent for years. They were hiring people like ex-veterans who worked on Call of Duty, Halo, Battlefield, bunch of games for years. I don't think it was even that long they stopped hiring. It was crazy how long they hired for. But then there's also the rumors that they've been working on Prime 5 at the same time. So like that's gonna, I mean, I don't think that elongated or delayed Prime 4, but it's still resources that you're putting somewhere else. But then that gets me excited, because if that's true, that means that whatever Nintendo's seeing, they're very excited for, and they've okayed the decision to go ahead and co-develop the 5th Metroid as well. So yeah, no, I don't want to. I think there's some developers that when they take that this long on a game, I don't know, Ubisoft, you start to worry, or EA or whatever. But I think when it's Nintendo or developers associated with Nintendo, Nintendo gives them time. They give themselves time to not release a game until they're happy with it. So I actually kind of feel at ease when it's taking this long.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we've also seen that Nintendo sits on games too. Like we learned that throughout the Switch era. There were games that they were just sitting on. They probably are still sitting on games. Like Nintendo's not in a position where, or at least it doesn't appear, Nintendo's not in a position where they're like, oh my God, we're not going to have games ready for this holiday because we're not gonna, like, they have options.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of brings us back to, why did we wait so long for Switch 2? Like, there's, maybe they just really wanted to have Mario Kart ready.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
maybe I don't know.
I've said, I've always wanted Metroid as a launch title, but no doubt Mario Kart's the smart choice, because it's your biggest selling game, but it's also a game that everyone else is going to buy if their friend has it as well. So it's just more incentive to buy a Switch 2 for sure. So it was the smart choice. But then, like, you're right also about Nintendo can sit on games longer now, because it's not as though with the original Switch, because it came after the Wii U, right, developers held back on supporting it. So Nintendo had to have a big game every 6 weeks or so. Whereas like now, if what we're hearing is correct, they're going to have a lot more support. So they can afford to hold back on some games, or take their time with more development, and not get it so close together. And hopefully, kind of building up the holes in the middle will be games from Ubisoft and Microsoft and other developers. So they're in such a good position right now, especially with taking their time with their games, and right off the bat, the Switch 2 selling crazy numbers as well. So they've got everything. Everything's going super good for Nintendo right now.
They're in a good position.
It's almost like a jinx, almost. Like what's gonna happen? What's gonna go wrong? But it's like
we're I mean, people would argue things go wrong all the time.
Yeah.
So
did it surprise you though how quick the gate it came out, the Switch 2? In terms of the numbers it sold, because it kind of surprised me, only because of the price. I thought the price might influence a little bit.
No,
how much it sold.
Not really. Like, it was great to see. It was good news, right? I think the bigger thing is going to be how it continues to sell now, right? Because the thing is, historically speaking, consoles tend to sell out at launch regardless, right? And now what was surprising was maybe how much hardware Nintendo was able to get out at the gates. Maybe that's where we can kind of I could see. I'm not sure. I'm still like I could say it's surprising, but then if you ask me like a month before launch, oh yeah, they're gonna like 8 million ready in 2 months, like you know how the excitement gets you, right?
Absolutely.
Really, I think this is pretty much what Nintendo expected. Maybe I'll say this: it's at least like if there was a small level of concern that maybe things might flop, that it's clear that's not that concern has been alleviated. It was never a big concern to begin with, right? But if there's always like that lingering doubt, that's wiped, right? The console's not going to be a commercial flop, but is it going to approach Switch levels? And that we have no idea yet. Like, we really don't. We're going to start to see that over the coming months. Is it going to continue to sell? And that's also a big reason why I think this Direct matters. Like, some people say the games that they have announced so far are good. They're good,
But I can guarantee you, if this is all Nintendo has for the second half, it is not going to be a good second half for them.
100% agree. Yeah. Because I feel like I was a little bit on the more negative side in that I wasn't super enamored with what they got for the second half. I was expecting more, or was hoping more, and I know we're going to get it in this direct when it comes out. But yeah, no, you're right. I think they should expect more as well. If it's true that developers are going to support it to a much higher level than they did on the Switch 1, then they should expect, but I mean, they should expect not just a higher level of games from third parties, but also there's really no excuse for these games not to start coming out same date on the Switch 2 as well as the other systems. I know Borderlands already set the precedent. It's already been delayed a little bit, but at least it wasn't a crazy amount. But I'm really hoping in the future, the next Assassin's Creed that comes out, the next Call of Duty that comes out,
Call of Duty, that hasn't come out yet. There's still a chance. They haven't announced it for Switch 2 yet, but they could be like, hey, it's actually going to make it out as well. I don't know. I think maybe a lot of people are probably assuming it's not going to come out at the same time as the other versions, and I understand why, because it hasn't been announced yet. But I mean, I agree. I feel like we should see more day and dates. However, I will also say I think a lot of companies recognize that with Switch 2, it's a perfect second wind opportunity, right? You have your initial launch, and then people are like, oh, now here's the Switch 2 version, right? So,
I made that point to Nashville a while ago. I can't remember which game I was thinking about, but it was a big third-party game, and I was like, surely this could come out same date and date, and he was like, no, because you have to realize exactly what you said, Andre. Is like, you have to realize developers see the opportunity to sell big on Sony and Microsoft, wait whatever, a few months, 6 months, and then just put it on Switch 2, because again, they're going to sell big numbers again. So that does worry me a little bit now.
I don't want that to become the culture.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Because the good signs I've seen is like we saw, I think was it last week? I forgot the developer's name, but the guys behind Ori, Moon, was it Moonlight? Moon, I forgot their name now. But anyway, they've said I think their next game, they said, is probably skipping Xbox Series XS, and it's going to be on Switch. So they've kind of favored PlayStation and Nintendo, and kind of just forgotten about Xbox for the next game, which is something we never saw on the Switch. We always got used to developers treating Nintendo, the Switch, as like the kind of afterthought. And it looks now already at this early stage, some developers are looking over what Xbox is selling, and think, you know what, there's a lot of hype behind the Switch. That's selling right out the gate. We can put our game on there. The wind will get the sales up, and they're kind of treating Xbox now as they would with the Switch last gen. So it's like there's good signs. I'm really confident going forward with the I think we're gonna have the highest level of third party since the Super Nintendo. I think it's gonna be that big.
I mean, what I'm excited about are the exclusives and timed exclusives, like the Duskbloods. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, come on. That's a From Software game. I know some people are kind of maybe sleeping on it or disappointed because it's multiplayer focused, but we don't know that much about it. And what's interesting, there's a really good chance we're going to learn about it in this upcoming direct.
Yeah.
That's huge. Even if this is a partner showcase, which by the way, I do not think it's a partner showcase. If it's just a partner showcase, I think with the Switch 2, there are so many exciting third-party games that could be announced or shown off. I'm all right, fine. Give me that partner showcase. I want to see that Crimson Desert announced for Switch 2. I want to see more Duskbloods. Give it to me, right? Or maybe announce Beast of Reincarnations is coming to Switch 2. Let's do it. Sun Wukong, the Black Myth, that would be fun to see on Switch 2. There's
man. There's so much.
I'm ready for it.
And to your point as well, as much as I want all of these big games that and they're games that maybe people who own a Switch 2, they might own another console, right? So they might have already played, I don't know, whatever comes out in the future. Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? They might have already played that on another console. But I mean, for my part, I still want it on Switch. But it would be awesome if Nintendo got, I don't know, so say Capcom. Yeah, it'd be sweet to have Resident Evil remakes of 2, 3, 7, 8. But I don't know, give us a Resident Evil Revelations 3 exclusive. Something like that. I would love stuff like that. Or even bring back Dino Crisis. I don't know. Just anything.
Dino Crisis. There we go.
Honestly, I think if they did deals like that, go over to Microsoft and be, you know what, we'll give you the money for Perfect Dark and Scalebound. How about that as well? Make these deals.
Do you want to see an exclusive Monster Hunter for Switch 2, or do you just want them to get Monster Hunter Wilds?
I think I want an exclusive, I think
Yeah.
I do. Yeah,
Like-
I'm worried about how, I don't know why, but something worries me about how it would run on
¿Por
Switch
qué no
2.
los dos?
¿Por qué no los dos? Todo, dame todos. Un
Right?
buffet. Un buffet.
Why
de
not both?
Monster Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we could, right? Like, it's funny, right? Despite what Digital Foundry want you to believe, there's an increasing amount of developers coming out just factually stating that any game that runs 60 FPS on Series S can be ported easily, the word that some developers use, easily to Switch 2. And even the games that run in 30 FPS on Series S can be ported with a little bit more optimization on Switch 2. So, like, there's definitely like a level of optimism.
The assumption being that it's at 30 FPS on Switch 2.
Yes, sorry, yeah, it would be exactly
In most cases, yeah.
Exactly, yes, yeah. But I'd be fine with that, for sure. Maybe we will
Switch
get
2
it.
Pro 60 FPS ports. Here we go.
Yes, I'd buy day one.
Yeah.
I'd buy day one. But yeah, man, I struggle to see what games we won't get. Obviously the big ones, right, are like, can it run GTA 6? Can it run The Witcher 4? Those are the ones.
It can, but will they take the time and resources to optimize it? That's
Exactly.
the real question.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
it's all about an investment, right? Like they have to, they have to think, all right, so it's going to cost them money to port the game over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they have to think about the cost of porting the game over, the development cost of getting it to run well on the console, then to promote it and then put it out there. Is that investment worth the effort? And they have to figure that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was interesting about I'm trying to think if it was Lives of P or if it was Expedition 33. It might be both. I know Lies of P, the game was very successful, and so the company bought Switch 2s for all the developers, right? And I think there was an interview for the team behind Expedition 33, the CEO of the team, actually, the publisher, right?
Yeah.
And they said, because I think it's an indie title, right?
Yeah.
So I think they said something along the lines of, we're going to look into it. Something like they didn't deny the possibility.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember which studio it was, but I remember the conversation being that because they've seen so much success, they've seen more success than expected. And I think this was for Expedition 33. No more I talk about it. This grants them the opportunity to look into more investments, right? So porting Expedition 33 over to Switch 2 would be an investment, and at first, they may not have had the resources to do something like that, but now that the game has been successful, they can now consider, okay, can we put this game in other places? Do we have, the income, right, to make that investment? And now they probably do.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, yeah. I mean, the third party thing is really interesting to me. It's something that I get excited about, but it's something that makes me a little nervous as well, because there is that thing, right? There is still that attitude amongst so many third party publishers that don't think their games rub well with a Nintendo audience. Like EA has come out and said that a bunch of times, right? That Nintendo fans just buy Nintendo games, this kind of stuff. But then we've seen stuff like Cyberpunk, completely go against that. And on the Switch 1, I know Doom 2016 sold really well, Witcher sold really well. But there is something about that there needs to be addressed. I've had this conversation with many people, and I think I'm in the minority. I don't know if it's something that Nintendo need to do to kind of push some of these games more to the forefront. I don't know, but I do get a bit nervous. That, for example, that's why maybe Take-Two or Rockstar are maybe cautious about putting something like GTA on a Nintendo console, because they don't think that maybe the audience will buy it to the same volumes as audiences on other consoles. But I think it is something that can be overcome. I think it's just about there's so many factors, right? Like, don't maybe put your games on key cards, release them on day and date. Don't have features missing, because you can't do all those things and then complain when your game doesn't sell. Because again, we've looked at Cyberpunk. That game was an amazing port, came out at launch, ran super well, looked incredible, had all the features, had all the DLC, and it sold really well apparently. So there's the roadmap for these developers to follow, for sure.
For sure. All right, let me catch up with the chat because I know I said I would get to the chat and I didn't. We just
That's my fault. When I start talking,
listen.
I apologize.
This always happens. This always happens. So I'm gonna just do like a quick run through. I'm gonna try not to linger too much. We'll come back and do more Q&A stuff, but I do kind of want to hone in on a specific big topic, which I've already talked about, the wild cards. I want to talk about the wild cards in more detail. Before doing so, let me just kind of look into the chat here. Let's see. By the way, I think Having Hope, you let me know everything looks and sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate you. Let's see here. The M52 added me. You just alerted me to the existence of Crimson Desert. This looks lit. It does look lit. It is like Dragon's Dogma plus Tears of the Kingdom plus, I don't know, something else crazy in one.
Yeah, because the
Dragon's
battle
Dogma
system
2, by the way, which it was Dragon's Dogma 2 is crazy, right? Like,
yeah.
Merge. Oh, and like Black Myth, Son of Wukong. Those 3 games.
Yeah.
Had a baby, and it's Crimson Desert, and it looks awesome.
Because I did a story of that when it came out. Because it was the developers, right? Who say I'm sure they said that they were interested in bringing it to the Switch too. Wasn't that the story? Because I remember doing a video about it, and thinking, "Oh my god,
Crimson Desert."
Yes,
I don't know about that story, but I will say. But what I will say is that there was a GameStop listing.
That's probably what it was.
Desert on Switch 2.
That's what it was. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, there was the listing. That's it. Yeah. That game. If that comes to Switch 2 and they pull it off, oh my god, I don't know. I'm gonna be like, give me that GTA 6 then. Do you imagine if they give us GTA 5? I'd be a slap in the face. I'll cry. We get GTA 5.
I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it. So
no, me either.
No. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, truth be told, I'm not that much of a Grand Theft Auto fan, so I might not even pick up the new one. But it is set in Miami though, which is my hometown. So.
Mate, exactly. You've got to.
There's a little. Mate, I mean, isn't Vice City like supposed to be somewhere here?
I remember buying Watch Dogs, whatever it's called, because it was set in London, and so I was driving around, see if I could find my house, if I could see where I worked, and all this kind of stuff. And it was kind of cool for that. You know, if there's a game set in your town, then I think it's always
so
really
Vice
fun to
City is inspired by Miami, Florida already. So GTA 6 is coming back to Miami again.
That's going to dominate. That's just going to dominate that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeez.
For sure. All right. Yeah. All right. Hey, so it's funny. Wolverfrost Booster is referring to you as a big name, man. You're big.
Who's
now.
a big name? Nah, not at all.
You.
I don't know. Someone said like, "Oh, he's inside." I was like, "I'm not inside. I know one person." I feel like an insider is someone that knows like clusters of people, right, in different spots, and like I know one person that's by luck, knows.
I would agree with. I mean, semantics, right? Like, but yeah, I agree. Like, you have a source, right? Yeah. Which you've spoken of on publicly, right?
Yeah.
Only reason I mention it.
Yes.
And so you trust the source.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I mean, even then, though, like with every bit of information they've given me, like I've always waited to mention it because they've always given me information that kind of contradicted what was being said at the time. Right. So, for example, they told me first about a July Direct when there was just numerous people saying June. So I was very hesitant. I thought, well, I'm not going to say anything because like everyone is saying June. And I asked a few times, like, are you sure? Because everyone's saying June. They're like, no, it's July and September. And they were telling me this like right at the beginning of June. And then after that, they told me the last week. But this is when everyone was saying the first week. So I was like, I don't know, man. Are you sure? Because like everyone is saying the first or second week. And they're like, no, it's the last week. And then even with the 31st, they told me the 31st, maybe how long ago? I don't know, 10 days ago or something like that, maybe longer. And I said, really? Like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, no. And so like every time I put something out, I was sweating, and I remember thinking, I don't know how people who do this, like whatever, insiders, like, I don't think.
Tell you something. I hear the same things you do.
Yeah. And you don't, you're smart.
Well, all right. I'm not saying I hear exactly the same thing you hear, right? Like you heard about a July Direct well in advance, right? Which is awesome. I did not. I gotta double check. I gotta look at my DMs.
Yeah.
But it wasn't on my mind, right? Like I was speculating. Like my speculation was, all right. Like just you look at the historical like context, right? Like June makes sense. Maybe late June now because they're no longer beholden to E3. But also they just came out with a console, so maybe that things end up in July, right? But I honestly did not think we'd have to wait this long.
Yeah,
I thought before Bonanza for sure, right? Yeah. Like that was my thinking. And so it ends up being a few weeks later, whatever. Grand scheme of things, not a big deal. But I'll tell you, like, to your point, right? Like, I get attacked for things I don't say.
Yeah, I know exactly. Right? Yeah.
Right? And then if I get attacked for things I don't say, right? Like people will just misinterpret what I said, right?
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, "Oh, you said this." I actually said the exact opposite, but thanks for attacking me for nothing, right? And then I'll talk about something someone else said, be like, "Hey, this is a rumor. I think it's interesting," and I'll get attacked for that, even if it's right. Right? I've been attacked for things. First of all, I got attacked for saying Donkey Kong was being made by a 3D Mario team for years, right? Like
they don't come back and apologize afterwards.
No, that never happens. That never happens. So anyways, me saying something I heard and putting it out there. Listen, a few years ago, might have done it. Now, not worth it.
Yeah, honestly, I feel the same. I think I probably said on Twitter or something. I don't know. I don't think if I hear anything again, I don't think I'll say anything. I think I'm just gonna keep it quiet. I might mention it to like you or something privately.
Have you getting flamed at all?
Sorry?
Have you gotten any sort of negative attention?
Yeah, just bits here and there. But and that's to your point, right? Because I've got a tiny channel. You know, like your channel.
Worse. The bigger you get, the more people want you to. I don't know if it's they want you. They think like. I'm sure it's a combination of things.
Yeah.
Some of it might be just, you know, some people like, I think a lot of people inherently just, they see something that's big and they're like, oh
yeah, want to tear it down.
Evil, right? Or jealousy or whatever, like, or maybe they just want to see themselves have an impact on you or whatever it is. The bigger you get, the more hate comes.
Yeah, no, and that's what I mean, right? Because, like, you know, exactly, like, so I've probably thought of you before when, like, I get a little bit of negative stuff, and I thought, my God, imagine, Andre, your channel's, like, massive. Mine's, like, a tiny thing here, and I'm still attracting people just throwing
There's levels to this, because I think my channel's small.
No, your channel's massive, man. Oh, my God.
You know. Levels, right?
No, I think that's I think that's it. But then, like you said, stupid. Like I saw your last video and I laughed a little bit because I think I was watching it with my wife actually. And you were showing that I scheduled a stream for the direct.
Bold.
Right. And
Bold.
how this came about was like, you know, I was making a joke with Nash Beetle like a while ago, and I said to him, you know what, I should just put a stream out. It'd be quite funny, you know, like they'll come for me probably, but it'd be quite funny. And he's like, oh man, it'll be more funny, you should. So I was like, I did it. But I did it after
have fun with it.
But yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. And I asked my source a couple of times. I said, listen, 31st, right? And he's like,
are you sure?
Are you sure?
Because if you're wrong, this is gonna suck for me.
Yeah, and I think it's on the screenshot you showed. Someone, I think it was Sketches, wrote on there like pro move LOL.
I didn't. What did they say?
He wrote pro move LOL. You know, and I was like, if it's right.
Yeah.
You know, and ever since then, you know, it's like, it's funny, but I've been sweating with just having that on, you know, like I'm thinking, oh God, please just get announced tomorrow. Like, but the pressure you feel, and you think sometimes, like, at least in my case, it's just that, you know, I'm just a Nintendo fanboy. Like, you know, I've been playing Nintendo since I was 4. So you get excited when you hear bits of news and you kind of like, for me, it's kind of just sharing it. Like, oh my God, I heard this, like, you know, but I feel like with every post I've put down during this whole direct thing, I've always made sure I've stayed. Listen, like I've just got one source. I can't verify it with other sources. Right.
So like for that reason alone, you should be skeptical.
And to my point, whenever I've heard something, I've still been like, I've always waited maybe 4, 5, 6 days before I've posted it afterwards after I've heard, because I've always been skeptical, no matter how much they've assured me. And even now, even about tomorrow, I'm like, oh God. I almost want to sleep in and just wake up and hope I see an announcement, but we'll see. But but funny enough, I think about 20 minutes before you messaged me today, I was talking with them, and they said to me, yeah, we should get a tweet tomorrow. I was like, well, we better. Like, you know,
We
like,
better.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, yeah, that's the thing, man. Some people are vicious.
Because you never know. Because also there's the thing that, you know, you've heard other insiders saying whatever, that sometimes things change. Like sometimes maybe things are set for a day and maybe they change for whatever reason.
Let me talk to you about this. This is one reason why, like, if I hear something, like, all right, like I said, a couple years ago, if I heard something, I might be like, oh God, guys, guess what? Right? I don't get attacked for that, right? I'll get attacked for that. Like, I remember I heard about there being a Tears of the Kingdom presentation, right? And I was like, guys, there is a Tears of the Kingdom presentation going to happen in a few days. And people were like, oh, how dare you? You've fallen so low. You're evil now. How dare you lie to us? 2 days later, Nintendo. A Numa presentation.
Yeah, but no sorries.
I got a couple sorries.
Good.
But not everyone.
No. But that's what, it's not, I don't think it's worth the stress.
Right.
Do you remember, like, Nate the Hate, when he did his when everyone thought that he had misjudged it, and then it turned out that he was right in the end. It was for the direct, wasn't it? I think. And I think everyone was waiting an announcement. I think Nintendo just announced it on the actual day rather than the day before. But I thought of him.
Switch 2 announcement.
It was the Switch 2 announcement, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure, yeah. And I remember just online, just everyone berating him, and I couldn't stop but think about him, thinking, God, if he's seeing 10% of the online now, like, how must that feel? You know, that to that level, it's just not worth it. You know, like I said to Nash, like, he posted something, right, about a specific week for a announcement. Even though he clarified that he has sources saying 2 different things, but whatever. Like, when the internet went mad at him, I messaged him. I was like, bro. Like, the funny thing was, that morning he was doing something really cool. I can't remember what it was, and I said to him, man, I want your life. And then that happened, and the whole internet turned on him. I was like, dude, I don't want your life. You forget that. But so we'll see.
You gotta be careful. Like, so I remember last year, I'll say that, like, I gotta be careful. I'll just say that, I mean, I had made a video that, hey guys, March, Switch 2 reveal time, supposedly, right? And like, Nate the Hate had said something around that time as well, right? And then it didn't happen. Like a day or two later, VGC, Eurogamer, Bloomberg were like, hey, Switch 2 internally delayed, right? Things change, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it's
reaction. But that's the thing, right? Because
careful.
I feel like people think like you're the one in on it, like, you know, like you're actively lying about something or whatever. I don't know.
I want to cover something with you, right? And I was hoping this was going to come up, right? Because this is literally happening exactly as I hoped it would happen.
Yeah.
Right. So, and if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I totally understand, but I think you'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna pull it up, and normally all right, I'm just gonna I see it here, so I'm gonna get to it. All right. So Jack Coney just said, I'm sorry, Nash Weedle is full of rubbish. Even Bo Talks Games agrees, which is probably why he hasn't come on your show in ages, since he doesn't agree with you.
Well, he doesn't speak English.
No, he's talking about why Bo hasn't come on my show.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
First of all, I've barely been live streaming lately. I don't think that's why. But
sorry, I've read it properly.
First time Bo and I did a stream together is because we disagreed.
Right.
So
got you.
I don't think that's the case, but I don't think Nash Weedle is full of rubbish, right? I think people don't understand how this works.
Yeah, exactly. Nash Weedle, let me be careful what I say. I don't think he'll mind me saying, but I've recorded a bunch of conversations with him recently, and I've spoken. I kind of speak to him quite a fair bit now, just on the daily. And to be full transparent, he's got this video game awards show that he runs. That's in the 2nd edition in Spain, and so to be full transparent, he's invited me as kind of like a member for it, you know, to have some kind of participation in it. So let me just put that out there. But I've spoken with him, and I know that he hears things from very credible people in very, like, let's say, places where he would get that information, let's say, and he's got a lot of connections in a lot of places. And I've even been recording with him sometimes when he's received things, you know, not that he's told me, but like he's received. So and he knows a lot of people, and you have to think as well, like for example, like, I don't know, he's covered a lot of info regarding Metroid, but specifically like Mercury Steam, for example. They're based in Spain, where he's based. He's probably spoken to, you know, a bunch of people over there. So he's super well connected. He did it was in the conversation I did with him, right? So he spoke a little bit about this, because I asked him, right, you know, about the backlash that he received, and he was really honest, and he said, look, I made a video showing that I had various sources saying 2 different dates, you know, the second week and the last week and all this kind of stuff. But he was talking about in the past, like, you know, he's got information, and sometimes he says he might have jumped on it a bit too early, maybe he should have waited, maybe he was a little bit too impulsive, that he's learned to kind of just wait on information and, you know, kind of double or triple check it, all that kind of stuff. But no, like I know, like I know, because I've seen that that he gets information, and that he knows people in places, and yeah, like I've seen it. So no, like when he says something, he's checked it, and not just that, like a lot of, I'm not saying him, but a lot of insiders I've come to learn kind of pass information amongst themselves, and like kind of double check it that way. Look, I've heard this, they check it with another insider, yeah, I've also heard this, and all this kind of stuff. So no, like, and not just to say because I've come to know him and all that kind of stuff, but like, no, honestly, I've seen how he works, and I've seen him like double and triple check things and all this kind of, and I've seen him sit on things as well,
yeah.
You know, and
it's
wait.
Not like
so.
he's not like spewing stuff.
No,
right?
at all.
No,
you know, and no.
He knows a lot of people.
That's the thing. He, at the end of it, he just knows a lot of people. He knows a lot of people, and that's how almost everything he said has come to be. So no, like usually when he says like that, no, I fully trust him. Like fully trust him. But he's been honest about it. He said himself he's gone too quick sometimes in the past, but generally, no.
So like, I think what people don't realize is that literally no one gets everything right.
Exactly.
Right. Like, so all right. So for example, Nate the Hate's probably like the most universally accepted, trusted insider, right?
Exactly.
Was wrong about Switch Pro. Was wrong about the Switch 2 initial reveal date in 2024. Said Kirby Planet Robobot is coming out this year. Might be proven, still might come this year, but we don't seems unlikely at this point, right?
Yeah.
Has been talking about a Fire Emblem remake for, not saying he's like completely like reminding people all the time, but he heard about it a couple of years ago. Nothing yet. And so now we recently saw some like job listings that they were finishing an SRPG Nintendo sequel, right? So that doesn't sound like a remake of an SRPG Nintendo game, which would be Fire Emblem most likely. It sounds like a new game, right? Like so if we get a new Fire Emblem, there's still no remake, right? Of was it Fire Emblem 4, right? Listen, I'm not saying he's wrong, right? He might be right, but the point is, those are just some examples. Nate the Hate's gotten things wrong in the past. And people still trust him, right?
Yeah.
We talk about Nash Weedle. There's like what? Like he's like this year he's like 9.5 out of 10, right? Like Prime 4 controls, right? Like a free version of the Switch 2 edition of No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Right. Assassin's Creed Shadows. He was the first person to tell us that Sea of Thieves would be announced this year.
About that
hasn't been confirmed yet, but now Sea of Thieves is teasing that, right?
Yeah.
Like, and the list goes like 3D Donkey Kong in the direct instead of 3D Mario.
Yeah.
Like before others.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's not. I guessed a whole bunch of random stuff, right?
No, and there's more as well. Like I remember he said he's told me about the Nintendo Today app and said that's not going to be for little things. They're going to announce games on that thing, like probably games. And he was like alluding to something. He was smiling at me, and it was like literally a week before they did Splatoon Raiders. He teased a Luigi and Mario game as well that came to be. He spoke about Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition ages ago. Like I remember I saw he had a past Twitter post that he brought up again when he's spoken about it again last week. Like he generally like he's generally like researching all the time as well. So like I know he brings up a lot of patterns. So I know he's out there looking at patterns and stuff all the time as well. And yeah, man, he sometimes he tells me stuff. I think he forgets what he knows, and he'll be telling me stuff in a conversation. And I'm like, does he know he's telling me this? Like, there's a lot of information here, but he's just really passionate about games as well.
He's a fan who's connected.
Man, I spoke to him about games one time after we finished recording, and like the amount of just like love he has just for indie games alone. Like he was showing me his collection and stuff, and just the knowledge he has. Like he's a super like us, like gaming fanatics, like he's really passionate, super passionate. Yeah. So I guess I would say to people, listen, like
seems like a likable person too.
He's
like,
honestly
of the discussions. My Spanish isn't extremely good, so I don't fully like grasp all the nuance. But like from what I've seen, I'm like, hey, like he seems like a fun person to chill.
Honestly, like I would honestly just like like hand on heart, like vouch for him and say like he's just a really nice guy, like just really honest, nice guy, and like really likable, as you said, and just really polite, and honestly, like I think I said to him like you should do more of his YouTube stuff, because he does a video every so often. I said you should go on it more and do stuff, because I think like it'd be cool for people to see you more, because he's on a lot of other channels, like Spanish YouTubers channels and stuff like that, and they all think the same. They all like really like him. So I think I would say to people for sure, whenever he says something, I would for sure listen, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, I think we can now. Well, we got a couple super chats, and then we'll get into the main topic. So earlier, Scrubomatics, thank you for this next super chat here. Big question: do you believe we'll see Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remastered, sort of like Prime 1 remastered, or more of an HD port? Tell me what you think.
I know like all the rumors ages ago said that they were remasters, but just not to the level of Prime 1, which I probably think is still the case. Part of me says or thinks I would be surprised now if they didn't have mouse control on Prime 2 and 3. They have to.
Think so.
But then that made me think, does that mean then they re-release Prime 1 with mouse controls as well? Well, because then they could release a trilogy pack then.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if they. I
don't think they're going to release a trilogy pack. Yeah. But you know how they have free upgrades for a lot of Switch 1 games? Yeah. I think Prime 1 Remastered, they just update it to have higher resolution and mouse controls.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, I think, obviously, we're going to get, well, at least I think we're going to get a Prime 4 date. And so then logically, I think it's so logical that they would then release Prime 2 and 3 as a shadow drop. But I don't know what it is. There's something just in my heart, in my head, that's just.
Well, didn't you do a podcast with Nash where I don't remember if I like connected dots, but I feel like he's basically said that they'll announce them on the Today app.
Yeah, I think he did say probably the Today. I'd have to double check it, but yeah, because he's definitely has spoken about 2 and 3. I think I asked him if he thought they would be shadow dropped, but I think he was just saying, ideally, in an ideal world, they would be. Like, it would be a nice surprise, but I don't think he committed to whether he thought they would be released, shadow dropped during the direct. But yeah, I feel like he might have said something about them. That is kind of the type of thing that would be announced, or at least he thinks the kind of grandeur that would be announced on a Today. Because I think that's what they want to do with the Today app. I think they want to get used to having that, useful, bigger announcements going forward. And it's almost kind of like a pre-Twitter, pre-direct, just like a quicker way to get information to its fan base. But then I don't know how many people check it every morning either. I feel like a lot of people kind of almost forget about it.
I forget about it.
Yeah.
It's my job.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do. I definitely don't check it every day. So I kind of feel like, and will that just get worse with time? Or if they release more updates to bigger games on it, maybe people will kind of get trained to use it more. But I feel like it's going to be the latter. I feel like it's something that just people will. It's just so convenient to go straight to X because a lot of people are already on there, and
right.
So I feel like that's the thing.
I just hope Nintendo kind of just gives up on the Today app.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's just one.
It's not. It's honestly, I mean, it's a little annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like it's almost unnecessary. Well, at least in its current state. It's almost like
I mean, yeah. I guess they want to try and control the messaging a little bit.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's
why they block screen recording on your phone.
I was just about to say, just such scumbags. Just any little thing that we have, just take it away. You know.
Right. I think now that I don't even know how you do it now. I think like if you have like, I guess like if you have like an Android tablet, you can still screen record, but if you have like an iPhone, it won't work or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Or like I literally get my wife to record my phone with her phone.
Right, that's so like there was it's something I saw on Zelda News and like just like shared. I got one phone to record the other phone and shared that as the footage. Yeah. And it looked fine. So
exactly.
you know,
it's just something else we have to do as Nintendo fans, man. It's not a workaround.
But anyway, Scrub-O-Matics, to answer your question, I agree with Attack the Backlog. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be like a simple, with mouse controls, and slightly enhanced visuals. Like I would say something along the lines of what they did for Pikmin 1 and 2. Like I stand by that. I mean, think of it like this: imagine if they did give Prime 2 and 3 the same treatment as Prime 1, but obviously at a higher resolution because Switch 2. Like imagine if they did that. Then guess what? Wouldn't that be like a lot to do like right before Prime 4 comes out? Like I don't see that. I see them being cheap, free things, like not terrible, but Pikmin 1 and 2 level.
Yeah.
I think maybe the bigger question to ask is how are they going to handle Switch 1, Switch 2 differences? Will there be a Switch 1, Switch 2 version for Prime 2 and 3? I assume yes. I assume so. I mean, if Prime 4 is on Switch 1, if Prime 1 is on Switch 1, then 2 and 3 should also be there.
Yeah.
And so what? And I guess maybe you just make it so like they run at a higher resolution with mouse controls on the Switch 2 version, and that's pretty much it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Did you notice that they added mouse controls to Mario Paint?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting.
I mean, even Pikmin, I feel like they'll add mouse control to Pikmin 4. I feel like.
But we think there's gonna be maybe there's a Switch 2 edition of Pikmin 4.
So, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, mouse controls make so much sense. That's
I think that's the tweet that Nash put up the other day, that there was going to be a new multiplayer update for it on Pikmin 4 for the Switch 2 update, for the Switch 2 edition. Yeah, but I mean, there's going to be so much Metroid. Like there's. I think again, Nash was telling me that they're working on a Switch 2 update, Switch 2 edition of Metroid Dread. But then they're working on another Metroid game, and I don't
believe a Switch 2 edition of Dread. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what they would do, like, right? But he said to me they've been working really hard on improving Dread. So I was like, really? Like, okay. Or maybe it's not a Switch 2 edition. Maybe it's just like a free patch. I don't know.
Yeah, that feels more believable to me.
One of those.
It seems like they're going back and doing different ones
and fixing up. Yeah. But then he mentioned they're working on another Metroid game, and I was like, a 2D Metroid, and he's just smiling. So I was trying to get it out of him. So I was like,
right.
But wait, like a new Metroid or like a remake of like Super Metroid? And he, that's why I don't know. But
we'll see. Yeah.
I'd love Super Metroid. I would love a remake of Super Metroid. We'll see.
That would be pretty good.
Oh man.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. Shouts to Boo Mini for gifting another membership. I appreciate you. And we have another super chat here from Generic Rust. Thank you for the super chat. We need to get more Switch 1 things, lol. Those owners are starving. Indeed.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah. I almost forgot about the Switch 1.
I forget about it all the time. Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean,
that's why that's another reason why 2 and 3 need to come to Switch 1. So there's at least something. I mean, Pokemon and Prime 4 are still coming to Switch 1, right? But I mean, what's crazy if you think about it, right? Like since Xenoblade Chronicles X, there's been no Switch 1 releases.
Oh man,
from
it's a
Nintendo.
killer. Yeah, but I saw someone's video. I forgot who it was. I saw someone's video today when they went onto Amazon and they were looking at the like Nintendo bestsellers page, and like the original Switch was like on the best sellers list, like it's still selling well. Whether it's because people are just buying Switch ones or because they're mistaking it for Switch 2, I don't know. But like I kind of thought Nintendo would be more aggressive with the Switch one, seeing how close it is to the PS2 sales. Like, come on, man.
I was in the store the other day, a few weeks ago, right before Bonanza came out. I was playing the Bonanza demo at Target, and I saw some families hovering around looking at the Switch 2, but I also heard discussions of thinking, oh yeah, I think we'll just get them a Switch 1. Like, there's a lot of games on there already. Like, because they look at it from a very different perspective.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's a good point. The Switch 1 has a lot of games. Like, if you're not necessarily thinking about, they got to get they get the new games that come out every month, right? Like, they're not thinking about that. They're just thinking about, there's this massive library of games already available. It's got your Mario, your Zelda, your Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's more affordable. Like, if you're not thinking about it as a gamer, but like it's just like a family mom who doesn't really think about, like, like it's still something that a lot of parents will get for kids. Like, I definitely think that. And if there's someone who just wants to, like, maybe who's not much of a gamer, more laid back, but there's one particular game they want to play that's on Switch, then they'll do that, right? Like, someone's like, I've been really thinking about playing Animal Crossing again. Play Animal Crossing or Luigi's Mansion or whatever it is. Like, so I mean, first off, we've always seen this, right? It's not that different from the past. Like, old consoles still sell after the new console comes. It's not the same level, but they still continue to sell. And Nintendo hasn't even announced a price drop yet.
That's what I mean. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Like, I would have thought they would have been, you know what? Let's get this past the PS2. This. They obviously don't care. But I was like, come on, you gotta care. You gotta care a little bit. Like, how sweet that would be. The top two consoles. Like, it'd be so sweet. But it's interesting. But it's kind of like, I'm surprised because I feel like they're supporting it a lot less than I thought. Like, remember with the 3DS, they were still putting games on it to the point where people were getting annoyed. Like, they had a Metroid game on there that we all wanted on the original Switch, and they left it on the 3DS. And so they supported that, I feel like, a lot longer than they've carried on with the Switch. But like you said, it's still selling. It's still selling. Like, even Japan, I think it's still number 3. It's every week it's like the 3rd biggest selling console behind the Switch. Is it 3rd or 2nd? Sorry, Switch 2. Yeah, Switch 2. And then I think it's like 2 versions of the Switch in Japan, like every week, because of PS5 OLED. Is like the OLED. Sure. And like PS5 is like 4th every week or something, like in Japan. So but we'll see.
Anyway, like, are they going to announce anything else for Switch 1? I mean, we know that Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven are coming to Switch 1.
Yeah, the cool thing is, sorry,
the online playtest program.
Yeah. Oh, I saw you got in, right?
I'm in. I haven't started it yet.
No, I haven't. I'm in.
I need to finish Donkey Kong.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, we're at the same spot. I remember getting really excited for the last time the play test was here, and they were like, really, you can't share it. Don't
play back then. So,
man, honestly, I was so excited, and I was like, what the hell is this? And they were like, don't share it with anyone. I was instantly like showing videos to like Bidia 507, like, dude, man, you don't even try. You won't even believe what this is. Like, I was like, what is going on? I was trying to work out what is going on here. Like, what's it going to be? I have no idea. I have no idea, but yeah, I'm excited to try it anyways. I feel like with the Switch 2, there was some, like, a side of the gaming community that were disappointed with the lack of gimmicks, let's say, which is funny because for years all they wanted was more power, and they're like, well, where are the gimmicks? But I feel like that stuff's going to come very heavily from stuff like that playtest, and just in games. I think we're going to see a lot more of let's say gimmicks, but like originality. So stuff like like on the Switch we've got Ring Fit and like Labo and stuff like that. I'm expecting to see a lot more of that on Switch 2. Stuff with the camera, maybe
augmented reality.
Exact AR for sure. I'm guaranteed. I'm convinced it's going to appear. Absolutely. I don't know in what form, but imagine having like just Pikmin running around your gaming setup, like climbing up your lamp and stuff. Like, oh my god, give me Pikmin I can play on the table in the living room would be amazing. So that I think Nintendo
something that comes packed in with a camera.
Yeah.
You put it on the top USB port. They already have a camera, but it's like meant to watch you for game chat. So
exactly. So no, we'll see. We'll see.
For sure. All right. Let's. Did I get to that super? I did. Okay, cool. All right, so we're honing in, right? Wild picks, like the big, like crazy surprises that could show up in the direct, right? And just to be clear, I'm not talking about pie in the sky, like random thing that's you would never think. I mean things that maybe not everyone's expecting, but could be there. Like Animal Crossing could be there. Ocarina of Time remake. I'm not saying it will be there, but it would, in theory, be there, right?
Yeah.
Monolith Soft next project could be there. Luigi's Mansion 4 could be there. 3D Mario could be there. Not saying it will, but it could be there, right?
Even if just one of the ones you just said was there, would be amazing. Even if just one of them was there. Oh.
Smash Brothers. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe it's not a Switch 2 edition. Or even if it is, just something new Smash Brothers. That could be there. We're not saying it will, but it could. And like you said, if even if just one.
Just one.
Well, just one of those would be huge. So which one is it?
Do you know what's funny? It's like I saw your video on Zelda the other day. I think it was yesterday, right? I want to say. And I think I had done a stream the same day, and I just happened to say to someone, "Oh my god, do you imagine if at the one more thing, like the screen just goes dark, and then you hear like the music,
the galloping,
the gallop, exactly from the opening of
with
Ocarina,
the opening theme, you gets reorchestrated, and you're like,
exactly,
oh
and
oh
it just remake fades in.
Bro, literally the first second, I would know. I'd be like, oh my god,
man. Like I got chills just thinking that. Like if they did that, that would just that would be incredible. And I am convinced there is Ocarina remake. And when I watched your video, I was like, oh, but he's making me believe. I was like,
the one where I was saying I don't think it's gonna happen. You mean like yesterday's video?
Yes, it was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, it was yesterday's.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but when you were talking about it, I was like, I could see it, and I was like, oh man.
It's just kind of one of those things where, like, hey, like you look at the history, like they always have something exciting Zelda early on.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think Breath and Tears count.
No, I don't either.
Yeah,
I don't either. And like with the news of the film being cast and all this kind of stuff, like it's in the news, it's everywhere.
But so here's the thing, though. Realistically, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
No, realistically, like, do you think Ocarina of Time remake makes sense to come out this year?
No. When's the film? The film is out 2027, no?
Yeah, the film is out May 2027. The 40th anniversary is next year.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, no.
All right, and so if that's the case, when Nintendo announce a Zelda remake, more like if it's not coming out until at least next year, right? When they have to still talk about Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment.
That's the thing, right?
And there's other things you need to take a spot like Metroid Prime 4. And if there is another holiday title, wouldn't they talk about that? So like when I break it down like that, I'm like, hey, listen.
Yeah.
By the way, that's not a pun, right? I know. Hey, listen, is the beginning of my videos, Navi, Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Like it's a coincidence. Like they could do it. Like if they're going big here, right?
Yeah.
Like if this is more than just your basic remake, if this is like a Final Fantasy VII remake thing where it's more like a reimagining, which based off what Nash Weedle said, that I think to me that if they're talking, like he was talking about how he heard that there's a redesign about a year and a half or so ago, right?
Yeah.
Like if they're talking about doing like a visual redesign, like to me that suggests that they're going bigger, right?
Yeah.
And that also I think that would be like, all right, we're probably years away before the next actual new 3D Zelda, so they probably want to make this into a kind of a big thing as a holdover. So like, if it is like a big thing, then maybe they do announce it in advance, because I think Sony announced their 7 remake like way in advance, right?
Yeah.
Granted, that's Sony, not Nintendo, right?
Yeah. But then also like because I think if we saw it, I think it literally would be just that, just like the same Ocarina intro, the gallop, and that was it. Right. And it would say Ocarina and then remake. Yeah, like almost nothing.
Not they don't even say remake. They just say
you just see Ocarina of Time, but obviously it looks way better.
Yeah, that honestly, like I would expect to be something like a 10-second thing almost, like just something really short. Like,
bro, that 10-second thing will give us food for months.
Yeah, honestly, and
Right,
you wouldn't have to talk about it. Yeah, it's kind of like when they do those announcements and they say we're currently working on so and so game, and that's all they give you. It's like I almost see it as an extended teaser. Like, you know, that's kind of what I see. And then
like let's just go down this
yeah
this crazy bandwagon for a little bit, right? So this 10-second little teaser, you see Link galloping and through Hyrule Field at night, right? And the thing is, like, it's basically the same thing, but it's not. Because you can see how much bigger the field is.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's all we need for us to tell us it's not just a remake, it's a reimagine. Because we'll we'll do the pixel counts. We'll be like, listen, there's way more actual surface area here.
To be counting the pixels on the chains of the bridge, like, you know?
Exactly. We'll be like, literally, this is not the same. It's not just a visual recreation. This is a reimagine. Like, we'll be able to tell with those 10 seconds that this is a different experience.
Man. Honestly, but I can see it. I can see it. It's just like the gallop of the ocarina on the floor that goes away, and you see like Link's face, and that's it, you know. And it'd be like something super short, and they don't even mention it. Maybe they just say no timeline, no date, no nothing. Just that's it, and it ends. And
it would be the show closer.
Yeah. The only problem is that I feel like if in that event we have, like, I don't know, Sea of Thieves and Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil, Red Dead 2, all these big games, I feel like it just without showing anything, it overshadows everything. And 10 minutes after the direct on IGN and everywhere else, everyone's just talking about Ocarina, you know, and I feel like maybe that might be an issue.
But no matter what, when this happens, if it happens, right? Like, okay, let's say you don't believe that they're going to remake Ocarina of Time like we're talking about. Eventually, there's going to be a new 3D Zelda announcement of some kind.
Yeah.
That day is going to come, right? No matter how negative you are, that day is going to come, right? And when that day comes, it's going to be the closer in a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
And in that Nintendo Direct, there are going to be Resident Evils and Assassin's Creeds or something along those lines. There are going to be big AAA games or from third parties and even still first party things. They're still going to close the show with Zelda. So I'm just saying, maybe they don't want to do it now, but eventually that day is going to come, right?
Yeah.
Like, more than one game's going to get announced in the show. Like, that's just how it is. Like,
yeah. Do you think, like, if you're like Capcom or like Microsoft or whatever, and you're like, look, we might drop Doom there. Like, what are you showing Nintendo or Zelda?
Yeah. Where you talk about Animal Crossing instead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, we should. Well, that's the thing. Animal Crossing. I know there's the rumors that's going to be the one last thing. No.
That's the wild card that's actually like rumored.
Yeah, I don't know how, because I love Animal Crossing, and so. And what I've heard, the rumors about it being a lot more expansive and a much more focused on multiplayer, and it's going to have vehicles and all this kind of stuff, supposedly, that gets me really happy. But at the same time, if it was the one last thing, I don't know how I'd feel about that. As much as I love Animal Crossing, I don't know if I'd kind of want it to be the first announcement of the Direct rather than the last announcement. I think that's how I
mean, if it's a 2026 thing, I don't know. Like, I don't... I would have to go back and like check the history of like Nintendo Directs openers like, you know, in terms of when they come out, right? I would like to think most openers are things that are coming sooner as opposed to later.
Yeah.
So I don't unless it's coming out this year, but I don't think it is.
No, right? I don't think so. I hope. I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I hope we get at least one revival of an old IP, like a F-Zero or Wave Race or something like that. I hope one of them makes an appearance. Like, I would love like a new Wave Race.
Well, we've got a few surprises, right? We got Donkey Kong Bonanza, Splatoon Raiders. Like, you know, I like this energy. Let's do some. Do you know what I really want? And I don't know if it's gonna happen, but part of me says it will, and I don't think anyone agrees. But and I don't know if it's going to show up in this Direct. Probably not, actually. But I would kill for an arms too, legs, if you will.
But because I think that game was so underrated. It's so good for new IP.
Like 2 million. Yeah.
Yeah, about 2 million. So
Well, build on it, right? Build on it.
Absolutely. Like that game had so much going for it. The music was amazing. The characters really colorful and fun. It did have something. It had something that needed to add to it because it was a different type of brawler, right? It was a lot more methodical and kind of.
What do you call a sequel, though?
That's the thing. I don't know. Kneecaps.
We like to joke about legs, but if you do legs, you're literally changing the game.
Yeah.
Right. And then all the characters are not the same anymore, by the way, right? Because they all have special arm abilities, not special leg abilities.
Oh man.
What's funny though? They're putting out Dragon Drive, and so they're all in wheelchairs.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about that game? Are you excited for it? Are you gonna buy it?
Yeah, I think it's like $20, right?
Hope so.
Yeah. So
I hope so.
It's affordable.
Yeah.
Which also leads me to think it's probably not that big, but that's kind of obvious from what we've seen of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really interested to play it out. Oh, I forgot. There's supposed to be like a global test jam. I think I completely forgot about that. Did it already happen?
Oh man, that's how bad is that if it is. And it couldn't have. No, we would have found. I feel like we would have heard something if it's happened. Oh, that's going to be terrible. A bad sign for the game.
It's not happening until August.
Okay, yeah, I feel like it. Yeah,
man, they announced it way in advance.
Yeah, I think my issue with the game was I feel like it looked unfinished almost. Like the mechanics look really fun and really sound, but like there's no atmosphere in the background. I feel it's like
that's what I'm trying to say. Is it's not that it's unfinished; it's that that's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah,
it's simple.
I think you're right.
It's not a big game.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe we'll see a little bit more to it. But
that's what I'm hoping that they kind of add a little bit. I feel like I don't know if there was something about ARMS that had that. Like they showed ARMS the first time at like the presentation for the Switch, and
people ARMS had personality from the get go.
Yeah. The characters.
You knew
awesome.
It was a bigger deal.
But I remember it had its direct, and I remember just hearing a lot more people like, oh, actually that game looks damn good. Actually, like they showed it off really well. So like, yeah, maybe they show like Dragon Drive, and maybe it looks a lot better. I do have
it's still a $20 eShop title though.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So
it's not going to be, like this. I mean, you never know, right? Like maybe like it goes viral or something, but I doubt it.
Yeah. The one I suppose wild announcement that I want, and I wouldn't say it's all the way impossible, but it's the one that, like, man, if you ask me for any game, and I do think it is going to come to Switch 2 100%, and I think maybe we do see it in this year, but for this direct, it would be Astral Chain 2. That's the one that I'm like.
That's another like Switch 2 exclusive game.
Exactly. Man, like Nintendo owns the IP. They got patents for the.
That's what I'm saying though.
Combat.
Like, if Nintendo announces tomorrow we're getting a partner showcase,
yeah,
I wouldn't even be that disappointed.
Yeah,
because we could get like an Astral Chain 2, a Monster Hunter announcement.
Man.
Look at Dusk Bloods. I'd be like, Age of Imprisonment would probably still fall in there. Like, that would still be good for me. I'd still be like, all right, that's cool. Now, will that be good for me to cover on my channel? Probably not. But
yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, I know every rumor said it's going to be super heavily third party folks, but I do think that is.
There's no way. There's no way it's a partner show.
No way. I think it's a hefty 45 minute one.
Nintendo will send people to the hospital. Like, oh my god, we're having a Prime 4. Where's the release date?
Yeah, exactly. And like developer publishers even have been like they've been wanting to show their games for a while. Like Nintendo's just kind of held them back, but they've been like really eager. So I feel like
still amazed that we went through Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
And nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
No Switch 2 games announced. That blows my mind.
No, exactly. But again, I took it as another sign that Nintendo's really got them on lockdown. Like they don't want to show nothing until until it's their own, like their choice when. But like I fully expect to see Capcom there. I know Square Enix is going to be there, and I know Capcom's going to be there. But like Doom Dark Ages, surely that gets shown tomorrow. That must get shown. That must be there.
Indiana Jones.
Oh my god, yeah, exactly. Like Halo would be a massive one.
I'm actually excited for Sea of Thieves to come to Switch too.
Yeah,
same.
I never really played it that much, but like I always wanted to because obviously it's rare. It's a game that suits Nintendo. What would be interesting? There was that rumor that Microsoft was working on two games that are aimed towards a Nintendo audience.
Right, but we have no idea what they are.
We have no
Apparently, it's not Banjo. Apparently,
no, it's not Banjo. I don't know, but I assumed.
But was that before the recent like studio takedowns, though?
It was, and then but I spoke to Nash about it, and he confirmed that they're still fine. They weren't influenced or casualties of what happened at Microsoft afterwards, so they're still going ahead. But they are going to be on other consoles, but they're heavily kind of, aimed towards a Nintendo.
What does that mean, though? Right? So, like, does that mean like rare IP, or does that just mean games that they think Nintendo fans would like?
I took it as the latter. I took it as though like maybe like a mascot platformer, like a Mario, that type of game. Like that's what I.
If they make a mascot platformer and it's not Banjo Kazooie,
yeah, you're right. Imagine
what?
I didn't even think about that. Do you imagine if they did that? Yeah,
I would. I mean, unless it's Conquer.
Oh, like I would be happy if they just gave us Rare Replay. Just give us Rare Replay. Like
that would. Yeah.
How that didn't come on Switch One.
Actually, a new cameo would be. That was originally, that was originally in development for Nintendo GameCube.
Yeah, the game was going to be like the launch. It was going to be a launch, wasn't it?
I
remember.
Because it eventually became a 360 title, which is crazy. Yeah,
man, that like I remember. I think I said this on one of my podcasts. Like, I remember being at school during that time. Right, we didn't have like YouTube or anything like that, so we'd have to wait for the monthly magazines. Right.
Yeah.
And so and back then, for anyone who doesn't know in the chat, who wasn't like old like me, Rare. Like I put it as like they were maybe even better than Nintendo, right? Like their catalog on the N64, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Banjo Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Jet Force Gemini, Blast Corps, Diddy Kong Racing. Like their catalog was just insane. So like they were like Nintendo's secret weapon, And so I remember reading in a monthly magazine the rumors that Microsoft was going to buy them out, and I going to school. Me and all my friends were like just crapping ourselves, like no way, there's no way, this is rumors. And so, but you had to wait a whole month to find out if it happened or not. And so,
right, you just read about it at the cafeteria.
Literally, exactly. So I remember the next month finding out in the Nintendo magazine that that Microsoft. I still remember the amount. It was like $350 million that they bought Rare for, like in 2000, 2001, something like that.
It was a lot more money back then.
That's what I mean. Imagine what that would be worth today. Imagine. So it's a shame. So Rare Replay would be amazing. Just to be able to play Conker's Bad Fur Day would be incredible.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be down with that. It feels like that's not what it would be, because that would just be like, I get at this point they would have to remaster Rare Replay. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know what it is that they're working on that we'd be like, oh yeah, that's because I guess Fable already appeals to the Zelda audience, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's already announced, so it's not that. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. The thing about Microsoft is that lately, I don't want to be too negative, but it seems like every few months there's another report of them laying off more developers and putting down other studios. So it's just kind of like, maybe not every few months. It feels like it happens every year, right? Like this happens every year.
But it's like,
but they shut down Perfect Dark. That I was gonna buy that probably. If it was good, right? Like if it was bad, I wouldn't have picked it up.
But it was hopes, right? Because they hired like veterans from like classic games and developers.
Isn't there like the
dream team?
Like, restore the game or something? Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like what I honestly, if I was Nintendo, I would pay them. Like, can we just pay to get that game finished? Like I so would, man. Like because. That's almost like it would sell a guaranteed amount just amongst Nintendo fans, anyways. And then imagine if you handed over the development to like Retro as well. Like, oh my god.
And I don't want to dwell on this too much, but I just want to mention, because I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't played through all of Bonanza yet. And we haven't finished it either, right?
We haven't. No.
Like maybe like 75% done or 60, somewhere in that range. Donkey Kong's main clothing set is breeches, where he looks like Banjo.
Yeah.
Like he looks like Banjo, and then
Yeah.
you have all these characters, the fractones with the eyes, has a very rare game Banjo feel to it.
Yeah.
Like Donkey Kong Bonanza is like a Mario Odyssey, Banjo Kazooie, and Donkey Kong 64 successor all in one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's kind of weird how that works, but that is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I mean, DK even has transformations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember like actually it was like I asked Nashuni because he got to play it as well, and I asked him what it was like because it looked very much like what a lot of people say in Odyssey, and he said the same thing you said. He said, "Oh no, you know what? It's actually closer to Banjo Kazooie. It's like very much like that, especially with like how the game takes you into another direction with the mini games, but yeah, with the transformations as well. So yeah, it's very very much like that.
You know, what's interesting is that Mario Odyssey, from a gameplay perspective, in some ways is more of a successor to Banjo than it was to Mario 64 because it became more of a collectathon.
Oh yeah, for
Banjo.
sure. Yeah. And in fact,
Bonanza has that still.
yeah, it was definitely it was doing the same thing, right? In Banjo, you can you turn into like the ant and the little pumpkin. It was doing all those things, which is funny because I said at the time like Banjo was doing what Odyssey ended up doing, but like 25 years before. But did you ever play? There was a game on the N64 called Space Station Silicon Valley. Did you ever play that game?
I don't think so. No.
Man, it was made from by a developer called I think it was DNA, who ended up becoming Rockstar afterwards. And it was basically Banjo Kazooie before even Banjo Kazooie. It was like you played this microchip, and you could jump into any of these like robotic animals, and they would all have different abilities.
That
like there
sounds
was
so
like
cool.
Man, it was amazing. It was like there was like a sheep that would float. There was a rat that had skates, and it would like drop these like bomb poos, and stuff like that. And it was all these weird animals. It was really cool. And then it was like at least a couple of years, 2-3 years before Banjo Kazooie. So yeah, but yeah, unfortunately I've had Bonanza spoiled for me somewhere as well, like twice. I couldn't believe it. I was so annoyed.
I mean, I know I haven't seen everything, but I know the big thing. But we're not going to talk about that yet.
No,
that's it. Shutting it down. Anyway, I got the super chat here. There will eventually be like a spoiler discussion I'll have on the channel, but I haven't finished the game yet. I'm actually trying not to blitz through it. I'm actually like trying to actually enjoy the game and play through it at a natural pace, which means I take my time on each layer. Like you can blitz through them. I see people saying, "Oh, the game's only like 20 hours long." Is it though? Is it actually? No. It's 20 hours long if you just skip stuff.
Yeah.
If you just run to that's where I got it. There's the exclamation point. Let's just skip everything that's cool. Go there.
If you've got OCD, it's like your biggest nightmare because like you want to break every little bit of like the world you can, because it's like every time you break something, you always finding something. So it's like you just keep digging, you just keep breaking. It's like you never just go straight to the missions.
I feel like in terms of main story stuff, I gotta go back and play Mario Odyssey, but from what I remember, like Bonanza's a bigger game. Like the world is bigger.
For sure.
They're a lot
100%.
bigger.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though people are finishing the game faster, I don't
it's bigger.
I think with Mario Odyssey, you were required to get a certain amount of moons to progress. That's probably why people are finishing Bonanza faster than Mario Odyssey. Yeah, because they can skip all that stuff. That's the difference.
Exactly. Exactly. You don't need to collect the bananas or anything. Well, to power up, you do. And gain your ability.
I think I heard you can beat the game with like 0 bananas or something. Which is
but
but it's also like it's a Donkey Kong game. How dare you?
Yeah, no.
How are you not getting bananas in the Donkey Kong? Anyway, we'll save. There will be a spoiler discussion maybe a week or so from now. I got another super chat here from Boo Mini. Thank you for the super chat. Will Ruby be accepting the opponent role for a live action movie? It's time we know about this. At this point in time, I cannot confirm or deny that possibility. All I can say is that Nintendo's announced the live action actors for Link and Zelda, and they are great.
But not Ganon, which I'm surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Do you think it'll be an unknown as well, or do you think it'll get someone known?
No, I think it's known. I think for Link and Zelda, it makes sense for them to kind of pick actors that are relatively fresh, haven't been typecasted yet. Yeah. Because these actors are about to they've just received the biggest roles of their lives. Yeah. Right? Assuming the Zelda movie is good, which I think it will be, because Nintendo wouldn't have greenlit this otherwise. I know a lot of people doubt that, right? But I'm just saying, this is not how Nintendo operates. If they didn't think the movie was going to be successful, they wouldn't greenlight it, right?
Yeah.
Like they've been testing the waters, sorting everything out, making sure everything's right so they can actually pull this off. Now, will everyone love it? There's no such thing.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no such thing. But yeah, I think the idea with these two actors is that they're gonna, you look at Harry Potter, right? Like the actors in Harry Potter. When we think of who Harry is, of who Ron is, who Hermione is, even if we read the books first, those actors
That's it.
are in our heads as who they are.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen with Link and Zelda, and they're going to grow into the roles. Like if there's more than one movie, like they're going to grow into this. Like right now, Link is actually a decent amount. The actor is like 4.5 years younger or something like that than Zelda, right? But by movie 2, they're both going to be adults, right? And so by that, like right now, with the first movie, they can kind of go like do more of like a young Link sort of thing, right? But by movie 2 and 3, he's obviously going to be more adult Link, right? So I think it's interesting that they picked that.
Yeah, but and you're right. The good thing about having an unknown as well, especially if you haven't seen them in anything, and especially with Link, is that voice instantly becomes Link's voice, right? You're not hearing someone, like that's Chris Pratt or whatever. There's like it's just the voice you're hearing for the first time, and you instantly just attach it to Link. So I think that is important. I mean, treat as though the tone of the film and like which Zelda it will follow. Like in for some reason, I keep gravitating towards like an Ocarina Twilight type tone of film, and I kind of hope it is. But then which timeline, which story? Oh man, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about it.
It's gonna be its own story.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's gonna be its own story, but there's gonna be elements that will be like, oh, that reminds me of Ocarina of Time. That reminds me of Twilight Princess. That reminds me of Majora's Mask. Like, there's gonna be elements that remind you of different parts in the Zelda series.
Yeah.
Right? But it's gonna be its own thing, like the Mario movie.
Oh man, I would love if you hear like the Gerudo Valley soundtrack. Like, oh my god.
Have you been to? I don't want to say what it is, right? But you've been to that town in Donkey Kong Bonanza that reminds you of the Gorons.
Yes, yeah, of course, yeah.
This is
for
Goron City.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, the wait is gonna be like, I can't wait for the first trailer when that drops. Oh, that is gonna get some serious views. That is gonna get
maybe for the Zelda's anniversary next year. I mean that makes sense. Like probably late next year they'll give us a trailer for that.
Oh man.
After the Mario movie comes out, like we're not getting a Zelda movie trailer until late next year.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god, for sure.
It's not even, the movie's not even coming out early next year. It's coming out in May, right? Like it's closer to mid 2027, right? So like we'll be lucky if we get a trailer for the movie like November, December in 2026.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe sooner if they have like a big like anniversary. I don't know, but we're a ways off still.
Oh man.
Yeah. I got another super chat here from Taker610. Thank you for the super chat, Taker. DK Bonanza, including New Donk City and Pauline, makes it feel like a prequel to Odyssey and part of the Mario universe, unlike the country games prior.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, oh man,
they do have like references throughout the game of there's like the boxes that say NDC.
But like, I was glad you haven't asked me what I thought of Bonanza because I'm a bit, like a lot of people like Game of the Year. For me, I don't rate it quite that high. But for those who don't know, like Donkey Kong is my favorite franchise, and Donkey Kong Country specifically is my favorite game of all time. I still play it 4 or 5 times every year, and Donkey Kong Country too. And for me, it feels less. I've had that feeling where it feels less of a Donkey Kong game and more sometimes more of a Mario game to me in some respects. I feel
the same way actually.
Yeah.
Like if I have one criticism of Bonanza so far, is that even though there are tons of references like
loads.
Like it is obvious they have not forgotten about Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
There's reorchestrated or remixed Donkey Kong songs left and right, tons of references, tons of Donkey Kong characters. They talk about the history of characters. Like they do more to celebrate the history and acknowledge the history of Donkey Kong and the timeline than they do in Zelda. Like,
absolutely.
To be clear. Like
absolutely.
There's a lot of attention to detail there. Yet despite all of those references, I I'm not sure if it's a Donkey Kong game.
Yeah, I know. I feel
Yeah.
100%. My brother said the same thing to me with his time with the game, and I don't know what it is. Sometimes I don't know if it's the type of platforming.
It's a Donkey Kong game, right? And like the fact of the matter is, there's no Mario game that would be this. Like
Yeah.
this level of strength and impact. Like I think they went in the correct direction. It's just it does also feel like. I mean, it feels like, you know, part Mario, like you feel the Mario Odyssey DNA in it.
100%.
And they even use some Mario Odyssey sound effects as well. Right. And I think, I mean, really, like, as you're playing this game, you know, this is part of the Mario Odyssey universe.
Yeah.
Right. So it's one of those things where it's like a double sequel. Like it literally is. It's a sequel to, or whatever it is timeline wise. I haven't finished the game yet. Right. But it's clearly a part of the Mario Odyssey universe. It's also clearly a part of the Donkey Kong universe because they're actually the same universe. This game is it's a very unique situation where they have a game that's just clearly like telling you, hey, it's all connected. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's a bridge title in a way.
Yeah. I think the other thing, I don't know what Taker thinks or anyone who's played I suppose the old Donkey Kong games and this, but I think the other thing is that, so for example, the Donkey Kong Country series and even Donkey Kong Country 64, and Tropical Freeze, like they're known for their difficulty, right? They're really hard games, extremely hard games, whereas for like Donkey Kong Bonanza isn't, like it's quite I won't say super easy, but it's a bit of a breeze in comparison, right? You're not challenged. Like you're not dying constantly.
Maybe I suck because I've.
No, don't say that. No, I feel bad. No, but I mean,
it's definitely really easy at first.
Yeah.
But to me, I feel like the difficulty's ramping up. I should also say, I intentionally make the game harder. I don't use the bonanza forms.
Oh.
I started using them now, but as I'm going to the later game, it feels like they're a little bit more needed. Yeah. But early on, bonanza form is just blitz everything, like it's so easy. I'm like, hey, can I do this without bonanza first? And they're like, all right.
I feel like whenever I play as the ostrich, I'm like so bad. I'm like, there's no way I can be bad at flying the ostrich. Like, I'm just like, I'm doing it wrong. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I think they made it limited on purpose, because if they made it too good, then it would kind of like, it would break the game a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like I always feel like I have to like then repeat that, like, no, like I really enjoy the game, but it's like I can see the differences though, and like loving the Donkey Kong Country series as much as I do, it does affect how much I love Bonanza. But I like it more than Odyssey.
I feel like the world is way richer.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
the world building is so much richer than Mario Odyssey. It's a whole other level.
Yeah. And to that point, like a whole other level, and a lot of people said this, but there is something about the chemistry. Like, I'd go as far to say the chemistry that Donkey Kong's got with Pauline is way richer than I feel the chemistry with Mario and Peach. Like, there's something really there. It's something like very Disney about it, and it's really rich. Like when they're talking to each other and when they break into song, and like I feel it as I'm playing through the game. The longer I play, the more connected they feel, and it's like part video game, but it's definitely got like a Disney vibe to it as well. Like I'm
for sure.
Yeah, really impressed. And like you said, the world building as well is definitely more advanced, and there's a lot to love. Definitely,
it's such a good game. Yeah, I'm loving it. But let me come back to Live's chat. I know for you're up really late, so I'm gonna wrap things up. Final questions, things you want us to talk about, put them in the chat now, and we'll try and wrap up here. Wilberforce Rooster just added me. There was a 7-minute trailer just dropped on Dragon Drive. Okay.
Just now. Damn. Nintendo heard us, man. They said, what about our game?
Where's all this news coming from? Rico Lee just added me. Just want to let everyone know the 3-lap tracks are back in world, and I have faith in you, Donkey Kong, in your Donkey Kong DLC idea. Oh, man.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
Nintendo's listening.
Oh, man. I gotta look. Man, there might be. All right, let's.
You like jump to make a video instantly.
I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. Let me look at Nintendo.com right here. Real quick.
That's intriguing.
Well, on YouTube.
That's intriguing.
Let's
Have
see
you
if-
carried on playing Mario Kart World? How have you been with it?
I mean, I love Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna stop.
Yeah.
They really did just drop an 8-minute trailer for Dragon Drive.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
So
They
you wanna
so
watch
heard
it?
us. They so
You want
heard
to watch
us.
it? You want to
Yeah,
watch it?
man, let's watch it. Absolutely.
All right.
If
All
we
right.
can, definitely.
Yeah, we can watch it here.
Oh damn.
So let me know if it's like lagging or anything.
Maybe they heard us talking about Ocarina remake as well.
Well,
Maybe
actually,
they'll
I could
pop-
probably. I think I know a way to do it where it'll probably run better because sometimes it lags if I do it straight through YouTube. I mean, let me try it straight through YouTube first. And if it lags, just let me know. I can put it on another way in just a moment. Okay. Wrong tab. Share screen. All right, you see this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right, let me know if you can hear it and if it's lagging in any way. If it is, I'll set this up a different way where it should still work. Is it good?
Yeah, it looks good. Oh, it's
right.
lagging now a little bit.
In a
the
brand
lagging?
new sports game using Joy-Con 2 mouse control.
It's fine. I can still see it. It's just like for me, it's lagging a little bit. I don't know for the chat. I don't know if it's just for me or well, it's
All
for
right.
the chat as well.
All right. No, I'll
let me check.
I'll put it on another way. This will just take me a moment. A brief moment.
Doesn't really look on my phone.
No, I'll put it on another way. This way it should still work.
I can't believe they put an 8-minute trailer. Like they're serious.
Yeah. Well, it's an overview trailer, it looks like.
Hmm.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. There we go. How's this?
Yeah, that looks good.
Get ready to roll in a brand new sports game using Joy-Con 2 mouse controls. Drag and drive. Let's cover the basics. Slide both controllers forward to move. Slide them back to reverse. Slide one controller to turn.
We know this stuff.
And press the ZL and ZR buttons to brake. Press the L and R buttons together to pass the
I
ball.
like the music though.
Yeah, music.
And gently flick your wrist to shoot.
Oh, the background looks kind of pretty there.
Remember, you don't need a table to play. Most flat surfaces will do.
Look at the wrist.
Yeah. Oh, watch me
Matches
pre-order
take
this.
place in an arena called the Park. This is
The
where
Park.
friends and competitors from around the world gather. Here, players can form teams and join 3-on-3 matches.
Oh, they got bowling pins
Whichever
over
team
there.
scores the most points in 3 minutes wins. Sink a
The
shot to
losers
score
die.
2 points. Or get one from outside the line for 3.
Rasputos!
Be sure to keep the ball
So they
in
need like
play,
a
though.
hot potato mode.
If one team holds it for more than 14 seconds, they'll lose possession.
Oh, there you go.
That means even if your team is leading,
See, I like
you might
basketball.
not
so
run
to
away
me-
with the win. Here are some tips to help you succeed in your matches. For a better
Punch
chance
him
at scoring,
in the crotch.
get close to the hoop. Line
Dunk it.
yourself up as best you can.
Dunk it.
Then hold your position
Dunk it.
and shoot.
Come on, dunk it. Use your legs.
Stand up.
During practice, you can see how successful your shot will be. So master your technique before jumping into real matches. You can also gently shake your Joy-Con 2 controllers to wave your hands.
That's cool.
Use this to signal that you're open. Or cheer your teammates on by clapping or high-fiving.
That's cool.
On
Kinda like-
defense, slam into your opponent head-on to knock the ball free.
Knock
Reading
him
your
off the
opponent's
wheelchair.
moves to get in the right position is key. You can also raise your hands to try blocking your opponent's shot. Or
jump.
slam into them to throw them off their game. There are 3 types of drivers to play as. Guards are agile and quickly pick up speed. Centers are tougher and have more height.
Yeah. Block.
Forwards are balanced all-arounders. Choose the
Ariels.
driver that fits the way you play. And customize their style, including colors,
Yeah,
textures, and player numbers.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so that's customization. Alright. That's pretty good.
Oh, here we
You'll
go.
notice half pipes around the court.
Bricks.
Build momentum. Then hit the ramp
Dunk it.
to gain air. Take advantage of ramp
Yes!
to
Dunk it!
by
did, like, the
sliding the
ball to
Joy-Con
shadow.
2 forward
Yeah, okay.
and back. Your
NBA
driver
Jam
can
style.
spin in the air. Additional points are awarded if you land a trick shot. The more difficult the
It's
trick,
decimals.
the more points you'll earn. If you lift one Joy-Con 2 while braking, you can pull off a tilt. This lets you reach higher, so you can better block an opponent's shot
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
or avoid
That's cool.
someone trying to block yours.
I like that a lot, actually. We're getting nuance now.
While
That's
starting
new,
a
right? They
tilt,
never showed that
quickly
before.
lift the other Joy-Con
That's
2
true.
controller to
Ooh,
bunny
a bunny
hop.
hop.
Bunny hops can earn you more points when scoring. Or use them to block your opponent. Bunny hop at just the right time when exiting a half pipe to execute a backflip.
Yeah.
Master the technique, then nail it during a match. Let's talk about parks. Public park
Oh.
is where up to 12 players gather,
Okay. Lobby.
and matches start automatically once enough players have joined.
Okay.
There's room for 2 matches at the same time, so everyone can play. Team members are chosen at random, but you can opt out of playing if there's an odd number of drivers. Move over to Friend Park to play with your pals.
Who needs friends?
You can host a park
I'll play with the randos.
or join one a
Very
friend
like
has
Rocket
made.
League.
Randos.
You can also share a park ID with people not on your friend list. And with Game Chat, you can talk to your friends while playing.
I want to play this.
Or is it August? No.
There
August
are also
is there.
mini
Yeah,
games
August
to play
14th.
between matches.
2 weeks.
Navigate obstacles and speed
nice.
toward the goal in Circuit Sprint.
There we go.
Or be the
Constant.
first to gain possession of the falling ball in Rebound Scramble.
Ooh.
Test
Hey,
your mettle
man.
with even more
It's only
challenges on the
20 bucks.
park's outer rim, like a game where you try to score as many points as possible within the time limit.
Oh, yeah. God damn. Game of the year.
Your participation preferences for matches
Kong what?
and mini games can be changed
Donkey
at
Kong
any
Boom,
time while in the
Metroid
park.
Prime. What?
There's plenty of room here to spectate or get some practice in.
Go.
Or play matches offline against CPU players. There are 9 difficulty levels, so this is a great way to train up.
Damn. It's sinister.
Let's go. Ooh. Bunny hop
The
3-pointer.
latest in 3-on-3 sports is on the way.
Oh.
Drag and Drop.
All right.
Available
Color
August
me hyped.
14th, only on the
Who's
Nintendo
that?
Switch 2
Yeah.
system.
Color me hyped. Game of the year.
A Global Jam online demo
here we
will be
go.
available soon, so you can experience the excitement ahead of the game's launch. Players with an
Game of
active
the year right
Nintendo
here.
Switch Online membership can participate at the dates and times shown here. The demo will be available to pre-order later today on Nintendo eShop.
Game of the year right here. Here it is, my friends. Oh man.
Man, the only thing is missing is like Rocket League. You should have rockets on the wheelchairs.
Who knows? Who knows?
Like a
Buy the
5-second lift. Yeah.
Maybe they'll continue to update it or something.
That'd be awesome. It looked better. It did look a lot better, I thought.
No, I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm
Day
sold,
one
man.
stream.
I'm day one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Day -5 because of the global test jam. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see like in the chat if there was anyone who was like, look, I'm not touching that game. To whether like if anyone's been swayed to like.
I'm glad you asked that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually end this poll. Wow. So I just let the poll simmer throughout the stream. We got 330 votes on the poll. I'm gonna end it now.
Damn.
Guess what the winner is? Unless you've been. Do you know what the winner is yet?
No, I haven't checked.
Yes. Don't check.
Oh, this
What do you
was
think?
for the release date for Metroid, right?
Correct. When is Prime 4 coming out? I asked between September, October, November, December. What do you think? You know what? Before you tell me what got number 1, what got 3rd place? Just to mess with you a little bit.
Third place.
Yeah.
Third place, I think was December. Did you put December?
I did.
Yeah,
December got last.
Oh, okay.
Last
that-
at 10%.
Okay, so that was a lot. So then October.
October for 3rd?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
October got 21. So then what do you think got 1st?
Oh, so it's September, November, right? Those are the two options, September,
Yes.
November. So
Yes.
first, November.
Yeah. November
Was it?
1. Yeah.
Yes.
It says 37% here.
Holiday.
For whatever
game.
reason, YouTube only includes 99%, so that's opposed to 100 on this poll thing. But yeah, 38% picked November 2025.
Oh, man, see, I would love that. I mean, I don't like the wait, but I do like it getting that hype and getting that light on it, and it becoming the main thing that Nintendo puts everything behind. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm guessing the reasoning by most people is this. It feels like we've gotten too close to September to pick September, right?
Yeah.
Pokemon comes out in October, so you want to skip October. And there's the art book comes out at the end of October, so that makes you feel like it's got to come out either at the same day or afterwards. December feels like it's too late. December,
Yeah.
you don't want to miss on a lot of potential holiday sales that come out in December, right?
Yeah.
Like
100% agree.
you got to be either your name is Smash Ultimate or you don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Although Xenoblade 2 came out in December, it did pretty well, but that I don't want. I agree with most people that Metroid. I'd be scared of it coming out in December.
Yeah. Same.
So I can see why people would pick November. I don't think we should rule out September though. Nor do I think we should rule out October for that matter. Like in the case of September, for different reasons. September. By the way, I don't know. I'm not trying to say everyone's like you all might be right. November might be our month for Metroid. But I'm just saying they could have a very quick turnaround for Metroid, right? Like they could announce a direct tomorrow and they could say 2 weeks from now there's gonna be a Metroid Prime 4 direct and it's coming out like late September or something. Like that is totally possible. Think about this. They gave us we got the Switch 2 direct at the beginning of April. I mean, I guess we got the release dates for Mario Kart, 2 months in advance, I guess, right? And then Bonanza was even further in advance. So I don't know. Maybe that it would be a pretty short turnaround. It would be less than 2 months.
Yeah. I mean, they probably feel like everyone's aware of it. Everyone's seen so much of it already.
They could do a 6-week turnaround if they really wanted.
I think so.
Will they though?
No.
Will they?
Because I feel like this. I just feel like there's something else for September. I just feel there's something. I believe that. I believe the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I believe it. I definitely believe it. And that gives them more time. They'll do a whole special Metroid Direct as well. You know, hype it up for a while. Maybe even again release the top Prime 2 and 3. So yeah.
Hear me out.
Go.
This is crazy. This is not. As I think it through, it doesn't make any sense. But here we are. Here we go.
It's a freestyle.
So, man, when the hell is Age of Imprisonment come out? It might not even come out this year. That's the thing.
No, I don't think it
that's
does.
kind of like that's a tough thing to answer. I feel like Kirby Air Riders could be the December game though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, for sure. But then,
Then
like,
what comes out in September? What comes out in September? Is it just Mario Galaxy 2 remastered?
I think so, only because I expect that a lot of the third-party games we're going to hear about tomorrow, Thursday, will be coming out September.
Throughout that time,
I think they're going to scatter a lot of that, and so I think there'll be quite big ones. Like, man, like if Doom, Dark Ages, if like Halo, if whatever, Final Fantasy 7, who knows, all this kind of stuff. So I expect.
How do you feel about Luigi's Mansion 4?
Oh man, when you said that,
what's the temperature on that?
when you said that, I was like, that could be like a one more thing. That could be like a one more thing, like a short cinematic or something that we see, for sure. When did it come? When did 3 come out now? That's a while. It was a while ago, right? A while ago now. And so you'd have to think after that, Nintendo bought them out and all this kind of stuff.
It came out 2019.
Right. Oh man. So then, and I imagine that the Nintendo was so happy with the results, they must have started working on another one soon
Megaton
after.
Stellar.
Exactly.
So Next Level Games comes out of the game every 3 years. They've been doing that since Dark Moon in 2013. 2016 was Federation Force. 2019 was Luigi's Mansion 3. Mario Strikers came out 2022. So here we are, 2025.
Do you know what? I like the idea of that. I know everyone's really hungry for 3D Mario, and obviously I am as well. Although at the point where we're talking about a Galaxy remake, I kind of just want then at that point a Galaxy 3, but like whatever. But I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting for another Mario game. Like I really don't. Like if that means that we're gonna get like a Donkey Kong, a Luigi's Mansion, and other things in between, I'm quite happy to wait and let it breathe a little bit, and give light to these games and just build up the anticipation for when we do. Almost to the point where we kind of stop asking for the Mario 3D game and then we get it in a direct. I'm happy with that. So I'd go as far as to say I'd rather see Luigi's Mansion 4 than the 3D Mario game. But yeah, you make me believe. Yeah, I would much prefer to see that as the one more thing than Animal Crossing as well. I think it'd be a lot more exciting.
I'm a bigger Luigi's Mansion fan than I am an Animal Crossing fan.
Yeah, I think so.
By a significant margin.
Yeah.
So I'm in the same boat as you. My only thing is that, like, listen, Next Level Games, I think, is probably close to done with their game. They've been hiring for a new project already. They have this cycle coming out with the game every 3 years. We are entering Mario's 40th anniversary in the Mario movie. It does make sense to put out different Mario universe things close to the next Mario movie, right? And so I do think, and obviously Luigi's Mansion 3 was like the best-selling game Next Level Games ever made by far, right? It's one of the best-selling games on the Switch, period. So yeah, definitely I think they should be working on Luigi's Mansion 4. Question is, do they actually put it out this year? And so when I start to think about it though, right, like let's also assume we get a Mario Galaxy 2 remastered, right? Like, and how big of a deal is that going to be, right? Like, is it going to be like a simple remaster, or is it more of like a significant one, right? Because like we heard about 3D All-Stars. 3D All-Stars was 3 games in one, and they were all subtly remastered.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's just one game Nintendo's putting out, then to me that would suggest that if it's getting the remaster treatment, it's like more significant, right? Like maybe if they want that to be like their September release, then
for sure.
This would be more of a significant visual overhaul, and maybe even with new content, maybe with like a new Yoshi campaign or something.
I was going to say, like they did with Bowser's Fury. Like, I wonder if they do add something onto it.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So if they did something like that, then, like, oh, by the way, mouse controls would work so well, right?
100%. Yeah, with like Yoshi flying around. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. If it's there, if it is a thing, I fully expect it to have mouse control. Absolutely.
But then if they go that big with a Mario Galaxy 2 remaster with new content and all that, and then Pokemon comes out mid-October, and like you don't know where you put out Prime 4, and we're still getting Kirby Air Riders, like, and then we don't know when Splatoon Raiders is coming out at all. Like, is it this year or next year? We have no idea.
Yeah.
Right. Age of Imprisonment, we're still not sure. All we know is winter.
and like, where do you slot in Prime 4? If you all of a sudden announce, hey, Luigi's Mansion 4 is also coming out this holiday, I am gonna be like, all right, well, something's got to give. Like, I mean, maybe Age of Imprisonment doesn't come out this year. Maybe Splatoon Raiders is also not coming out this year. And if those games are not coming out this year, then you have a little bit more wiggle room there.
Yeah, but if it does, that the thing is, as a holiday game, I feel like Luigi's Mansion 4
is way better than Splatoon Raiders and
would sell way more than Metroid Prime 4, I think, as well, in the long run. Like, you know, as much as I love Metroid Prime, I just don't know what Nintendo has to do for that game to sell even past 5 million. But I feel like Luigi's Mansion 4 would instantly sell, I don't know, whatever, you know, 6, 7, 8, whatever the install base allows it to.
We could be in for like a crazy run here. Think about this. Like, what if like late September, Mario Galaxy 2, right? Mid-October, it's Pokemon. Late October, it's Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, man.
Mid-November is Luigi's Mansion 4. Then early December, it's Kirby Air Riders.
Yeah. Do you know what's crazy?
That would be an insane.
Oh man, we're gonna go from, and that's not even including the third-party games that we're gonna be scattered throughout. We're gonna go from like people saying, "Oh, this is not enough games," to like, "Jesus, man, like I can't afford these games."
I'm gonna say though. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Yeah, all I'm saying, I'm gonna say, I feel like while I've been arguing Luigi's Mansion 4 all this time, if we're getting a Galaxy 2 remaster this year, which by the way is a rumor, right? We don't know for sure, right? But although it's coming from a good source, so like I'm inclined to believe it, right? But if we're getting something like ambitious, like an ambitious one, if it's like a just a eShop thing, then there's more room, right? But if it's like a bigger thing, then I feel like Luigi's Mansion 4 is safe for like early next year or something.
Yeah.
Or next Halloween.
Oh man, yeah. Speaking of Halloween, October. I was just thinking the other thing we haven't spoken about is
Luigi 3. By the way, they released it on Halloween.
Yeah.
So.
Man, I would love that. I was just thinking we haven't even mentioned because I fully expect them to. Well, at least I think I do. I expect them to announce some kind of NSO GameCube game. Like I feel like, you know, like I mean I don't know what, but
well, they got to.
Yeah,
well, Luigi's Mansion is coming.
Well, right. So yeah,
exactly. One of them.
Yeah. But there's like some. I mean, the ones that I would love, like I would love Beautiful Joe 1 and 2, and like Eternal Darkness, you know, and Killer 7. Like there's a bunch of games on GameCube that I would love. Do you remember? Did you ever play Def Jam Vendetta? Was it Def Jam Vendetta?
I know what you're talking about though.
Oh, it was amazing.
Cube of War.
Yeah, LA Crime. Oh my god, Rogue Squadron 2. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Rogue Squadron would be so high.
Jesus, like
Chibi Robo.
Oh yeah, there's so many
Star
games.
Fox Adventures.
Oh my god, Star Fox Adventures. Yeah, exactly. There's so many. You know, like oh man, there's a amount of games I'd want from the GameCube. Like, we'll see.
Time Splitters 2.
Oh god damn.
Guys, I don't know how popular this game was, but I liked it back in the day. Spy Hunter was fun.
I never played it.
There was a couple good 007 games.
Yeah.
I mean, there's games, man. There's a lot of games.
GameCube
good ones.
Love the GameCube. Absolutely.
Monkey Ball 1.
Monkey Ball, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. There was like this
Sonic Adventure.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, absolutely. There was this like awful. I mean, not awful. It was really fun, but it was like a really basic beach volleyball game. It was like I think it was Sega. It was called Beach Spikers, and I used to play it all the time. It was like one of those like 7 out of 10 games. You know, just like not amazing at anything, but just like really, really addictive. Like I love that. There's a bunch of games from the GameCube you could bring over. So I hope we see. You know, Donkey Kong 64. Like I would have thought that would have been shadow dropped.
Yeah. I mean that's I think that's there's a decent chance. I mean we saw like there's like in the Nintendo Classics N64 update trailer, like people found.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
There was a bunch. There was like Glover was there and like a bunch of other stuff. Oh man. Yeah. There's this game. I don't know if no one's heard of it. Definitely check it out on YouTube. It's one of the best games. In fact, again, it was made by the guys who later on became Rockstar, called Body Harvest. I don't know if you've seen it. It was basically you're like this bounty hunter or something, and you're just shooting these massive green aliens. It was kind of like Starship Troopers a little bit, but it was like had that typical thing of the N64 where it's like you couldn't see more than 10 feet in front of you. It was just the N64 fog. So it's like as you would walk, houses would appear just in front of you, and an alien would appear just in front of you. But it was an incredible game, like really cool game. That would be. I mean, I don't think it would show up. It would be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Let's see here. I think we're about to close out. I kind of figured this would be the case because that Dragon Drive is just obviously niche, but the poll's been up and most people are saying no. That's fair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I kind of expect it to just be swayed a little bit. Like for $20, you're right. $20. Like,
So apparently there's a tsunami warning. Some people are wondering if this means they'll delay the direct.
Oh man, really?
Tsunami warning. Yeah, this is news of tsunami alerts triggered for Hawaii, Alaska after massive 8.7 quake strikes off Russia.
Wow,
8.7.
that's insane.
8.7.
That's crazy. Was that in Hawaii? Did you say?
So I just read the headline from New York Post. After massive 8.7 quake strikes off Russia, but like because it strikes off Russia, like it's gonna hit the Pacific Ocean, and Hawaii and Alaska are in there, right? That's now the headline says 8.8. I don't know.
Having a look at it now.
That's
oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, Japan.
I don't know if they would
Japan,
delay
Hawaii, Alaska.
the earthquake for that because
They've delayed it for some. What was it they delayed it for in the past? I've seen it. They delayed it for something. I don't know if it was a tsunami or.
there was a typhoon.
Yeah, right in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It hasn't hit yet. Like, also, I think based on region, it matters. I don't know. I mean, I guess like, I don't think it's gonna impact Nintendo in Seattle, right? So, I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where, like, yeah, you want to be considerate for those impacted, but also business has to continue at the same time.
Yeah, I've just seen here. It says Japan nuclear plants along Pacific coast stop operating.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what happens. And hopefully with the warning, people can prepare themselves.
Yeah.
Right. That
Absolutely.
I don't know. That's 8 point. I don't know. Well, I'm not too learned on earthquakes, but 8.8 sounds pretty bad.
That's yeah, that sounds really strong.
Earthquake scale. The Richter scale, also called the Richter magnitude scale. Richter's magnitude scale. Okay. I'm trying to look at a chart. I'm trying to find something that gives you like a perception of like how bad it is. I don't know. Looking at this chart here, and
it says Hawaii told to expect destructive tsunami waves.
So this is like a little chart I found on Google of a magnitude scale, right? So 8.8, like that's
jeez.
I don't. Granted, this was off Russia though, so it caused a tsunami. I don't know what that means for the tsunami, right? The earthquake was off Russia, so 8.8. What does that leave for tsunami? I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe it won't be that. I don't know. I hope it's not that bad. I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think some people were talking. Listen, I don't know if depending on how bad this is, maybe they would delay a direct. I don't know. But I saw some people talking about like, oh, because of this Dragon Drive trailer and because of the Mario Kart World update, that they're not going to do a direct now. First, I'm going to assume the Mario Kart World update is not even like it's a quiet update. It's not an announcement of any kind.
Nah, but that would make me think the opposite anyway. That would make me think there would be a direct. The fact that they're getting stuff like this out of the way now. That's at least for me personally. That's what I would think, because these are smaller things, especially when they're going to have a worldwide test for Dragon Drive anyways. So we're going to see more in that game anyways. And the Mario Kart thing. I don't know. I feel like those are things that you would get out of the way before direct. But
I'm looking at the patch notes here. There's a lot.
Mario Kart.
Yeah. In the versus races single player added no comm to the comm rules. In the versus races single player multiplayer added mushrooms only to the item rules. That's more features. You can now choose view replay after downloading ghost data and time trials. You can now choose. This is like, the more I read this looks like, to your point, like this is like, seems like a significant update. You can now choose whom to watch when spectating a knockout tour balloon battle in online play, wireless and LAN play. You can now see the waiting time until the next race or battle starts in online play, wireless play, and LAN play. When using camera play in multiplayer and online play, the game will now remember the camera cursor position and size until the player closes the game. On the free roam map, when you gather all the P-switches, panels, and P-downs, the colors of the various numbers will now change. Interesting. Made comm weaker in everything other than battle. I don't know how I feel about that. Made homing of boomerang weaker. I don't know how I feel about that. Decreased the probability of getting a triple dash mushroom in the low position whenever the item rules in a race are anything other than frantic. Okay. Change it so order of getting question blocks is higher than the past whenever the item rules in a race are anything other than frantic. Made so there is a wheel spinning animation if the player presses the A button acceleration too early when starting a race while driving. Oh, that's actually pretty significant. Players will not lose speed when spinning wheels. Increased frequency of lap type courses appearing in the selection when choosing next course in versus race and wireless races. Okay. And there's apparently fixed a whole bunch of issues too. Like that's
pretty substantial.
That is substantial. But this is not the kind of thing that would detract from a direct. Like this it's not an announcement. It's an update. Like, no. And the Dragon Drive thing, it's Dragon Drive. It's a $20 eShop title. Look at the poll, my friends. I was hyped, and most of you are not hyped. Like, listen, Dragon Drive isn't moving the needle one way or the other. Like,
people just
also,
they don't
by
know
the way,
about...
we've seen bigger games get overview trailers right before a direct.
Yeah, exactly.
This means nothing.
Nah.
The Tsunami though,
that'd be
I don't know.
Yeah.
That might mean something. I don't know.
But
if it causes an issue, like the direct would only be delayed by a week or two tops.
Yeah.
Even then, I feel like that's
a lot.
2 weeks. It might be too much.
I was trying to figure out like when they would announce, if there was an announcement to throw for the direct, when it would be. I think like when I spoke to my source, and I don't know if he was saying this because he they knew what time, but they said to me, oh, maybe we'll hear something about midday, but then that would be way too early for you guys because I think I'm 6 hours ahead of you, so midday would be like 6 a.m. I feel like that would never happen that early.
I don't know.
Nah,
I've tried to like pay attention to Nintendo times, and the thing is, they're
it
might be at 10 a.m. It might be at noon. It might be at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
It probably won't be at 6 p.m. Like I think I would say, I'm talking about like my local time, right? Like it's usually we'll probably know from sometime between 10 and noon tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was around 11 a.m. your time that you see when it drops. Stuff like that.
Usually, but also like they might just be like, we're just gonna shadow drop it. Like I don't know. We'll see. We don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh, we'll see. I'm excited. And nervous.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Especially after the Tsunami thing. I don't know. It might I don't know if it might be too late to delay it. I don't know.
That's the thing. When you were talking, I was thinking in my head, if everything's like kind of there waiting to be fired, like is it too late like to delay it?
Well,
now?
I mean, when does Japan fit like they might have just enough time to delay. I don't know. I'm not even sure they would delay it for this. I don't know.
The other thing
have
is,
no idea.
yeah, I think the other thing, like Nick the Hate hasn't said. I was kind of waiting to see if he would say, "Yep, tomorrow," or like today. He still hasn't.
Well, I don't think he's gonna say anything.
Oh, you
If it
think?
happens, I think if it happens, he's just gonna be like, "See,"
Yeah.
and if it doesn't happen, he's gonna be like, "Well, I'm gonna reach out to." You probably say, "I'm gonna reach out to see what happened." I guess.
Yeah.
And then he eventually might say somewhere that, "Oh, there may have been a delay due to the tsunami." I hope not. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we can call it. Yeah, man. I know it's late for you, so it's actually late. It's late for me, so it's even later for you. So
I just saw the time. I was like, I was just thinking, I might grab some breakfast. Like it's 4:30 in the morning. I thought, oh
man.
No, but it's fine. I'm literally I'm not in at work till like 5 p.m. So I'm like fine.
Okay. You're on that night shift schedule.
Yeah, exactly. I would literally just be playing Donkey Kong right now anyway, so it's like totally fine. It's like I had a blast. It went so fast. I didn't realize until I looked. I was like, damn, like the time went super fast.
Haven't done a 2.5 hour show in a while, so had a good time too.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Checking with the chat real quick before I call it a night. Connor asked me, and Star Crossroad comes out in 31 days, and I wonder what are your guesses, predictions for it. Me wants to know about the stories, new Waddle Dee, original bosses, and etc. I don't have much to say on it. For me, it's just gonna be a cool $20 DLC. Like, I don't know. I don't have anything crazy to say about it, but I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And scrolling through the chat real quick. Yeah. As Super Chris says, Dragon Drive is basically wheelchair basketball Rocket League. I mean, yeah, it is.
It's literally what it is.
Yeah.
But without the rockets.
Without the rockets. And you said, hey, they should add rockets, right?
That's what they should add.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool. Or like the giant mushroom from Mario. It's like it's like a little something.
That would be that would be interesting. I could see it. It's like very Mario Karty. Shout out to Yellow Kazoo in the chat. What's up? But yeah, guys. I might stream again tomorrow. There's a lot to talk about, so we'll see. But I mean, if a direct is announced tomorrow, more reason to talk about it. So
hell yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. Attack the Backlog. His channel is linked in the description below. I think the link wasn't working, but it should be working now. And if for whatever reason it's not, it's literally Attack the Backlog.
That's it.
Find him. Also, I've been linking him a lot in my videos lately because he keeps coming up with some interesting things regarding the direct. So
yeah, but if there's no direct tomorrow, don't come find me.
Go find him.
My channel will be just shut down.
Yeah.
It'd be like one of those. You ever seen those screens where it's like when a TV channel goes down and it's just like cables everywhere, and it's like one of them. We'll be back soon type of screens. Nah, it'll be fine. No, I appreciate it.
Pass.
Yeah. We'll see.
But shout outs to Relic with another super chat saying good night to you. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, we'll see you all soon. Take care, guys.
See you guys. Bye.